to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player, or shake the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause on sweat she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare.
Yo, welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your tolerologist, Dirty Folks, and I appreciate y'all being here. Yo, I just wanted to have a session real quick. A brother to brother thing. Something that's been going through my mind maybe for the last 72 hours. Yo, something wrong with my volume. Yo, put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me, man. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Because I don't know what's going on with my mic. I can't hear me, which is crazy. Let me try something. But I'll share with you what's been going through my dome for the last 72 hours or so. When I was young, I had a fear of failure. Like I was afraid to fail. Like my I remember my grandmother telling me I had to work three times as hard to get one third of what white boys got. I remember studying protrusively on everything, studying swag, studying my books, studying sports. I wanted to be great at everything so I could be part of that conversation. I wanted my name to be my name. I didn't want to be Edna's grandbaby. I didn't want to be Shireen little brother. I didn't want to be none of that shit. I want y'all like that's folks right there. I ain't want to be shorty folks. I ain't like when niggas call me shorty folks. I'm like, nigga, remember my name. I done got money, fucked the baddest bitches, took the trips, bought the cars, hopped in movies, wrote books, been in rap videos, did all type of shit so people could remember my name. I wanted my name to be my name so I could walk through the streets and people be like, yo, what's up, folks? Now what's up, little homie? Now what's up, goddamn it, man, ain't that Edna Grab? Know my fucking name. And I'm gonna make you know my name because I'm gonna do things so awesome that you gotta remember my name. That was just the killer instinct in me. The Michael, the Kobe, the Jim Brown, and me. It was like, I just want you to know my name. I had a fear of failure. When I got into my 20s, I started realizing there was a lot of people that had a fear of success, right? So we would do what shit, the statute of limitation over now. Like we would like do check scams and dudes. I'd be like, yo, go in and get 10,000. They'd be like, what about the cameras? I'm like, nigga, what about the cameras? Like you comfortable going in that bitch getting $200, but you're not comfortable with 10,000? Like nigga, fuck that shit, nigga. Go fair to go home, nigga. Like nigga, my name is my name, nigga. Make a name for yourself. And I watched how people were scared of success. I watched how people were scared to take the last shot when we play basketball. Kind of like LeBron, but you ain't heard it from me. I saw how people were afraid to go get the money. I saw how people were afraid to get out on their own, how they had to live with a girl and be with a girl and listen to their mama, how they were afraid to be their own man. I recognized in my 20s the fear of success. In the last 72 hours, I got the third component to that story. Um, I was on Israel Mills channel and Israel Mills said something that really made sense to me. You know, like for all y'all lives, y'all heard things like water seeks its own level, right? That's a common phrase. Water seeks its own level. Like as y'all come in, man, I dropped the link. It's pinned to the top. If y'all want to join the convo, feel free to. I've heard the phrase water seeks its own level. Here's the flip side of that. Here is the addiction to failure. There are a bunch of people who have an addiction to failure.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Yeah.
There are a lot of people that are addicted to failure. You can call it a victimized state, but it's bigger than that. It's people that will throw a wrench in anything good that ever happens to them because they know that they ain't shit. There's a lot of people that had an opportunity to be great. 35,000, 50,000, $75,000 in PPP loans. And they were broke within 2 months because they smoked it, drank it, fucked it, tripped it, vacationed it away. They never had nothing as who lyric was that? I was a skinny ass, never had a penny ass nigga. Oh, that was Tupac. Never had a penny ass niggas who always talk about what they would do if they had $1 million. And I'd be like, if you could do it with $1 million, you can do 1 millionth of it with $100, man. You got to start where you at. And they got a $35,000 boost, sometimes a $70,000 boost. And they ended up right back broke, begging people to buy them a beer 2 months after they got that PPP loan. It was like a Dave Chappelle skip about reparations. It was crazy. Addicted to failure. There are more people, especially black people. It's not even a black thing. It's a human thing. But black people in this special category where you're taught your whole life that all you were was slaves and failures, that you never had shit, that everybody victimized you, everybody beat you up, you never had shit. And I'm telling you, I am young enough but old enough to know that's not true. That is a baby boomer construct. Until the day my grandfather died at 97 years old on my birthday, because you know why not, right? But to the day my grandfather died on his 97th birthday, on his night, he was 97 years old. It was on my birthday, but at 97 years old, he used to tell me all the time, nobody wanted the civil rights movement. Men would hold in court in the street. Black men were shooting at white men. I had a great uncle who I never, a great uncle. It was my grandfather's uncle. So my great uncle, who was such a boss ass dude, a white man spit in his face. He owned the convenience store. My great uncle went to the convenience store with his rifle, bought shells for his rifle, loaded the gun in the store in front of the white man who thought he wasn't gonna do shit because he was just a young nigger, and blew that man head off. Of course, white people chased him down and lynched him and they hung him and he died. But he died as a man. Black men were willing to die as a man. When I got shot 4 times and I'm fighting the dude while he shoot me, I'm trying to get the pistol so I can shoot him back the whole time he's shooting me. And nigga hit me 4 times, but fuck that dude, because he got his. It is what it is. But I remember waking up. I got shot on a Saturday. I remember waking up on a Tuesday at the hospital. And I remember smiling because I was like, yo, when my time came, I died on my feet. I didn't die on my knees like a bitch. Had I died, I would have died as a man. In my head, while I'm fighting this nigga with the pistol, I remember hearing Scarface in my head. You can cry, but you'll still die. There'll be no tears in the end. Ain't no reason to cry, nigga. Let's get it. There is a a quality of go getters that be like, yo, fuck it. This is supposed to happen for me. And then there is what my homie Loke says. Shout out to Loke, wherever Loke at. My homie Loke calls them NPC people, non-playable character people. He tell me all the time, he say, man, folks, you a go-getter, I'm a go-getter. We do shit. He say most of the world either want to be in the stands or watching you on TV. They NPC players. They ain't in the game. They want to root for your success and or failure, but they ain't got the courage. They ain't got the nuts. They ain't got the 10,000 hours of practice to be what you are. They NPC characters. No face, colored bodies. They just in the crowd. Ain't nobody gonna remember them, B. Like, man, you gotta run. You gotta run the race, put the team on your back if that's what you're gonna do. Cause everybody who say they love you is an NPC character. I said bars. But at that time, what I have to add to that, which I've been thinking about the last 3 days, is a lot of people are addicted to failure. And there's a lot of black men in particular who hate men so much that they would rather see you starve and women eat than to work with you so they can eat because they don't want to see you eat. Have you ever met a motherfucker, and y'all can click the link y'all want to. Have y'all ever met a person who would cut their nose to spite their face? People who would rather see themselves starve just to see you starve, not realizing you could walk away from their table and go to another buffet and they'll still be starving by themselves. That's where we are. That's why slavery gonna be so easy. I wish I had the clap. I ain't even on the soundboard. That's why slavery gonna be so easy because most people want to be slaves. Most people need to be slaves. Most people want to complain. They don't want to do shit. Every nigga know a conspiracy theory. Most niggas too cowardly to conspire. When I ask men, man, yo, tribe up, feed the pack. Man, love your brothers as you love yourself. Follow a man to be the man. They be like, I'm a grown man. I ain't got to follow no man. See him 45 days later with an ugly bitch following everything she's saying, talking about some yes, dear. Bro, genius say that people are already slaves. I agree. But they not our slaves. They need to be tribes, slaves. They slaves to some arbitrary other group. They don't do shit for tribe. Tribes, slave. Because they're already comfortable with slavery. They don't care what logo they're a slave under. But a lot of people are capitalist slaves. I give you that, bro. Bro Genius said a lot of people are capitalist slaves. I agree with that. I don't give a fuck about. I care about money. Money's important, but money ain't everything. Money is really just a tool to exchange for goods and services. If you have the goods and the services, you really don't need money. I'm not trying to take y'all back to the barter system, but you really don't need money if you got the good or the service. Like if I got a bad bitch that fucked me for free and I got jerk chicken already, I don't really need money to entertain. You know what I mean? Because I already got a girl, I already got jerk chicken, I already got shelter, I already got transportation. I don't need money. My man fix cars. Man, I slide through the garage. He be like, man, just pay me $50 plus parts. I don't need money to get what I need to be comfortable. When you network and you feed the pack and you tribe up. When your network is your net worth, you don't money is arbitrary. Money is the best example of money is this. Money is like Pac-Man. You play Pac-Man for the high score. Once you eat enough pellets and you get the high score, you just keep racking up the score so nobody else can top you. But you already did what you came there to do. That's what money is. Once you get a certain amount of money, enough money that you can never spend it, every other dollar you make after that is just trying to get the high score to the game of life. But the money is arbitrary. You're doing something. You're doing a thing. You're running an Amazon or you're running Monsanto or you're coming out with new software and you're just running up the tab because the money is a reflection of the success of your passion. It's not about the money at that point. It's about you. You get paid for what you do, but it's not about the money. The money is how you keep scoring the video game of life. I think the worst things of black people have horrible life slogans. Horrible. Everything that y'all learn from black people, especially black women, y'all need to do the opposite. When I hear shit like money is power, money is not power. It is not. You can't buy power. It's a lot of dudes with money out here that's bitches. A lot of them. Money not power. Money is a tool to exchange for goods and services. Money will make you happy. Money don't make you happy. Money just makes you more of what you already are. Money make women happy because women don't really have a personality. Everything about a woman is outsourced. So it's not even about the money, it's about the items, whatever material items they can get, fake hair, fake nails, new purse, a new pussy, whatever the fuck they gonna get, makes them happy for a short period of time. Then they go through deep droughts of depression until they have to buy something else to make them happy, because women's lives are external. They don't know who they are. They Just a bunch of holes, and they holes, everything pours out of them. But for a man, men could be content with his favorite meal while he playing the PlayStation or watching the game. Money isn't power, and money isn't happiness. Happiness is being able to pursue your passion, and being happy in that journey. Everything that y'all learn, everything that, because black culture is based on what women say, and women are dumb. Like I heard a motherfucker say, I heard a man say earlier today, it's not that many good black men. And I said, motherfucker, what? Nigga, you out your motherfucking mind.
Hey y'all, Masters are coming. He's a coming, y'all. Masters are coming. Here we come. Look, guys, you asked me to.
80% of men are awesome. Absolutely fucking awesome. The only issue with colors is they judge their race by their bottom 20%, because their women like the bottom 20%. So when I heard a man say that, man, ain't that many good black men, and man, we grew up hearing that all the great black men are either dead or in jail. I'm like, the fuck? You don't think you a good man? I know I'm awesome. Y'all judging y'all manhood based on what women say, and girls are fucking dumb. There is nothing dumber than a bitch. If there's anything dumber than a bitch, God saved it for like platypuses or some shit. It's some animal with no defense system. Girls are dumb. But that's where y'all get your ideology from. A bunch of goofy bitches. The whole slavery shit. Slavery was the best time in American history for black women. That's why they don't ever go before slavery. Like, what were you before you were slave? Because everybody been a slave. The Irish, the Polish, the Slavs, apparently, the British, the Irish, the fucking Italians, the German. Every fucking body has been enslaved. Even Russia fell once upon a time, you know what I'm saying, to the Mongols. Everybody's been enslaved, and everybody else was like, yo, let me shake that shit off, man. Let me get my spot back. Only niggas stick with slavery because bitches love slavery. And y'all love bitches. These are not your friends. So everything that you were trained to believe is a falsity so that you can be a comfortable slave. Because slavery, matriarchy is slavery. White man ain't slavery. Matriarchy is slavery. Slavery only works if men listen to women. White men don't feel the slaviness because, well, now they do because they liberals. But conservative white men don't feel the slaviness because they put that hole in the backyard and point to it to their wife every once in a while, like, look, sure, you keep talking shit, you'll be in that hole. And she know it to be true. I can't even explain that to y'all. Y'all ain't understanding. But I'm just to stick on focus, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all because if y'all ain't gonna pop up, I ain't gonna stay long. But I'm going through all my shit, bro. I'm going through all my list of promoters. I'm going through the call center accreditation, man. We just got approved. with the feds, because go fed or go home. Fuck that state shit. We just got approved with the feds for a multitude of shit, for the school, for the boys club, for the rebrand of the tribe, all that shit. We on a federal level. We about to rebrand this whole shit for people that believe. I got to do the religion though. I haven't submitted for the Antoega religion. I need to do that next. But I'm going through all this shit and I'm like, yo, anybody that can do something can do it. But then I listen to people who know me, like real life, like say they love me, why they telling me all the shit I can't do. Man, you can't get and be a warlord, they'll kill you. Word. The only motherfucker ever tried to kill me was the son of a single mother. You sure? All right. Man, you can't do this because man, they ain't gonna let you do it. I'm like, yo, I got the certification number. Fuck you mean I can't do it? I paid the money. They sent me the shit. I did it. Like fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? My nigga Keith is the superintendent of schools for Houston. I called Keith like, look, I want to do the boarding school shit, man, but I don't like the curriculum. Let's set up a whole new curriculum. Man, I'll pay you. You know what I mean? I'll pay you on the 1099. Be the superintendent of the boarding schools. He like that. But niggas all in my ear, niggas that I know that teach, like, oh man, that shit ain't gonna work, man. I can't fuck with no niggas trying to super. That's another thing. The biggest enemy, well, it's still women, but the biggest enemy to black culture is public school education. That's where black women say that black men never built shit. That's where black men learn that they ain't never been shit. That's where your history starts as slavery, but the white people history start in England or in Spain or in Portugal. You know what I'm saying? Or in Rome. That's where they erase you from history because the winners write the story, right? The winners write the history books. At no point in Tony and swarthy men's lives have you seen yourselves as winners as a group. Individually, you just think you better than other niggas, but you're not. You're fucking not at all, at fucking all. But you fancy yourself better than other men because you reflect on the bottom 20%. Yo, what's going on, Zachariah?
What's up? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, congratulations on whatever you accomplishments you said you made. I don't remember all
Man,
of them,
I ain't
but
accomplished shit, bro. I ain't seen the ticket yet, bro. I'm just this is the foreplay. I ain't fucked yet.
okay, cool. And this Zacchaeus, Zacchaeus.
I
So like
like Zachariah. Wait, what movie did I get that from? The Zacharias.
so
I gotta put.
Zacchaeus is like pronounced Cakius.
I
Um,
know how to read. I say what I want to say because I got it from a movie. But what's popping?
Nut man, chilling. Want to just come on the panel. I'm actually clipping the Essence show that you did, the Essence magazine show.
I don't remember shit about that show, bro. Not one motherfucking thing, bro. I just remember the
Yeah,
text messages after that was like, "Yo, we ain't inviting you back no more." I'm like, "Word, what I do?" I don't even remember the show, bro.
wow, who said that to you? The guy who did it?
Yeah,
I know he said, "Oh, you know, we on a Christian radio show, right?"
bro, know your audience, nigga. Like, you don't ever call me when you got Les Brown on the show. Why the fuck you got me with these no name ass people, man? Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a Christian radio show, but
I didn't
anyway,
either. I didn't either
since when
until
was Essence magazine Christian anyway?
bunch of gay black bitches. Anyway, that's the story progresses.
Yeah. Anyway, so Dirty Snowman didn't pull up on the. I mean, Angry Snowman didn't pull up on the last Dirty Snowman podcast I did here. Should I do a
Nah,
podcast yesterday?
yeah, damn, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I was doing I was gonna do the review with him about the white people podcast that he sent me to, but he didn't pop up. But I did it late too. I was supposed to do it like 2 in the afternoon. I did this shit like 9 o'clock at night. He got a whole wife and kids. He might have been doing like real life shit. So I ain't tripping.
Okay, cool. What did you say that? Yeah, like you said, the root of slavery is following a woman with clothes on. You got to give this. First of all, you got to get the spoils of war to raise the men, because the spoils of war give the men or the males arrested development. So then you don't got no uprising, and it's funny because you don't. I mean, like you say, America allows you to create a system for your race, and they think white people are their enemy, and it's just like,
They don't think white people the enemy. They think white people the enemy the same way that a girl say they love you and bust your car windows. She said she love you, but it's an act of hate,
it's
right?
just a temper tantrum.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a temper. They just toddlers. Colors are toddlers.
yeah, pretty much, and that's why you said this whole dumb idea of a race war, and they don't they don't want that to happen. Would you say they'll shut down the EBT cards and they want to be able to get guns because the white people own the stores, the gun
All that,
shop,
all that, bro, all that. And then
right?
blacks had this bipolar version of authority, right? So like it's cool for you to go to the Navy and people like thank you for your service. But it's not cool for you to be a police and patrol your own neighborhood to keep your own community safe. They call you a coon. Like black people are kind of weird because women, gays, and felons. So yeah.
Yeah, and they think a woman is an authoritative figure. Goofy. Yeah, man, it's just goofy. I don't even pay attention to these toddlers with clothes on. It's funny. I don't know why it made me think of that whole in the woods thing. It was like a bear. Would you rather be in the woods with a man or a bear? And these toddlers so crazy. A bear would probably be like, hell no, don't put her in the woods with me. Like,
You
bear
know
be
what,
like, hell no, keep that untrained toddler out of the woods. She's gonna destroy everything. She's gonna destroy our peace.
man? Look, bro. I'm not comparing myself to Muhammad, right? I am not doing that, not one bit. But I understand the story. When Muhammad had a dream that that uh that damn, what do they call God? Help me out, chat. What does Islam call God? Allah. When Mec-
Yeah,
when Muhammad had a dream that Allah told him the notes that he used to create the Quran or the Quran, depending on how you want to pronounce it. That's how I felt about the Antigua. Like 3 years ago, when I started writing it and researching, it was like, yo, this is a thing. This is the American religion. When I started asking myself, like, why in the fuck are niggas praising a sand nigga god, a fucking Semite god, the fucking golden calf ass god, the motherfuckers that killed their own Messiah god, the people that worship the devil god. Think about that. They literally worship the devil. In all their scripture, they telling you they worship the devil. In all their scripture, they telling you they going against God. But God loved them, but they going against that nigga. They are belligerent. They were belligerent toddlers, right? But the religion and culture of people who've been kicked out of every nation in the world except America. So far, I'm sure it'll come.
yeah. I was just telling someone yesterday about the Hebrew Israelites. You know, they left slavery. They left Egypt, and I was like, you can take the slave. If you could take the slave out of Egypt, but you can't take the Egypt out of the slave. Because we were saying like how you could take a person out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person. And you know how they say you can't take colors nowhere. Um,
Real quick, man. Shout out to Wayne for the $2 super chat, man. Gratitude, sir.
Don't mess around and lose a good man because you're a toddler in your emotions.
so yeah, they especially in talking points. Anyway,
Yeah,
you know, speaking of what I was saying, that kind of reminds me about somebody said politics means policy. Policy, and the only place you can implement permanent policy is in the home. How the hell is that gonna happen with single mothers?
yeah. Even though none of that's true. Well, police mean policy. They enforce policy. So politics means who writes the policy. Police enforcing policy. That's true. That is absolutely true. But I would argue that the policy affects the home. Like people are in their home worrying about policy. I'll give you a perfect example. If you meet a girl on Section 8, if policy says she has to keep her home clean and she has to keep her utilities paid or she'll lose her Section 8, policy will affect how she runs her home. Because without policy, her crib would be nasty and she won't pay a light or a gas bill, even though somebody else paying her rent. Right? Policy affects home. Home don't affect policy. But this is my argument. But I know I be talking to black people and black don't, you can't be black and a man. It just don't go together. But for the 20 and swarthy men who know better, here's my argument. If the system doesn't work for you, you're in a prime position to create your own system. But to create your own system, you got to trust another man. But you can't trust another man, so you can't be at the bottom floor of the system. So now you have to be run by the system, which goes back to what Bro Genius said. This everybody capitalist slaves, right? So if I can enslave you by giving you trinkets because you were too cowardly to conspire when a conspiracy was going on, you're addicted to failure. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. I get what you're saying.
I'll give you a great example. Google was a private company. I remember when they were about to do the IPO, right? When they were doing their initial price offering. So Google sold private stocks. They started off at 15 cents. Somewhere along the line they went up to like $35 for private stock. So Google could, pay for innovation and all the cool shit that goes with running a business, right? When Google went public, they started at $75 per stock. And within 3 days, they stock split. So that means that if you have one stock, you turn to two. But you could just as easily say that $75 stock turned to 150, right? But at the cap, you spent 25, and now you made a buck 50 off a $25 investment. That's a hell of a flip. That's better than crack flip. You feel me?
Hmm.
When I tell people like, look, invest in no show organic because I didn't want the fucking Semites in my business. They was offering me like $250,000, and I'm like, I don't want to be beholden to y'all niggas. I got a daddy. I don't like when he loan me shit. He get on my nerves. I don't need a second daddy telling me what I can and can't do because you gave me some money. Get it out the mud. So when we started selling private stocks for 4 cents, and I'm telling people our IPO gonna be 12 cents, you gonna triple your money. People like, oh, you got to do the IPO first. I just buy it off the stock market. I ain't gonna trust you. Cool, fucked up, but cool. I got a friend that tell me he won't buy my products from me. He won't come to my crib and grab that shit. He was like, man, I gotta buy it from the store. But man, tell me what store you in. I'm gonna go to the store and support you. Nigga, you know me. You could come to the spot. That's just the mentality of some people, right?
Yeah.
So you end up in a position where when people call other ethnic groups culture vultures or man they have an advantage or white supremacy, no, it's because there's a certain class of people that are addicted to failure, right? Addicted to
Right. The
instant,
trailer park. The trailer park trash.
right? The trailer park trash crowd. It don't even have nothing to do with race. I'm glad you said that. It don't have nothing to do with race. There is a race that determines they want to be trailer park trash because they're the race to the bottom. Like they need to be at the bottom. But trailer
Yeah, the
park
bottom
trash.
20%. Like you say, they highlight the colored bottom 20% because would you say 80% of college is
Fine. Just fine.
taxpaying?
Bro, how many black men do you know that works for Comcast or the electric company or McDonald's or a call center? They doing sales. like whatever, mortgage brokers, IT. Black men are working and paying taxes for this nation. Everybody
Right,
don't sell weed. Even the niggas that smoke weed don't sell weed. You know what I mean?
right.
Everybody ain't selling drugs. Everybody not carjacking. 56% of black men are childless, and 32% of black men are married. So every man ain't
Yep,
out here making fucking bastard kids.
exactly.
Black women are the most horrible cretins I've ever fucking imagined in my life. That is why I have more in common with the fucking Grand Wizard than I do with my own sister. Black women are fucking horrible. And then black people get their image of black men from black women, and black women are fucking horrible people. Terrible goddamn people. They bad at being human beings. Right?
Yep, and all they got is the access to grants, so of course they always gonna make and penis envy. So of course they always gonna show hatred. Their image is always gonna be hating a man,
They-
regardless of what race.
their position in America is to be above the black man but below everybody else. Once a black man decides to be a man and show autonomy, they try to bring you back on the plantation and they tell you shit like your mama black, which makes no sense because I don't need a second mother. If I got one black mother, I
That
met my mother quota. Don't you only get one mom? That's what y'all told me.
yeah,
You only get one mother. Now you telling me my mama black. Well, okay, I already got that bitch. I need something different.
yeah. Well, you had two, but two from Detroit, which is hell on earth. But
Oh
you
yeah.
know, you just said about when you said black woman's job is supposed to be above the black man. You know what's crazy? How the hell did white women steal black men's affirmative action and all that other stuff that black men was supposed to get? Because it seemed like the black woman and the black white woman, Keisha and Karen, was above the black man
That's
when it
not
comes to
true.
like
But that's not true though. Black men are just want to be black instead of men. Men are
right. I agree.
when slavery was over, black men got the right to vote before white women. When,
So,
when
well, let me cut my bad. So,
go
if
ahead.
men, colored men, brown men, whatever you want to call them, in America, tribed up and said, "Hey, we want to get all of our benefits and whatever created system for the race, gender, whatever, right?" They would be above. They would like all that stuff will stop that, and like they would be above the Keisha and Karen when it comes to like affirmative. Not
They
even just
are
affirmative action. I'm not even
they
just talking about
are
that. I'm
they
talking
are
about like
here's the crazy thing, they're already above Keisha and Karen. They
they
just don't
probably
know it.
just knowing boomers. They probably just giving their shit away
Not right.
for
Well,
women,
boomers give everything away because they bitch niggas. They suck dick and called it androgynous. They married a single mother in the 70s, but I digress.
and then turned their grandchildren gay. Worse than
Why?
that. To
Well,
the next
nah.
boomers
Gen X
coming.
moms turned their kids gay. Granddaddy ain't had nothing to do with that. Gen X mom turned their kids gay, so she felt empowered. But they're horrible people too. Gen X women and baby boomer men are the same people. But I digress. So here's how that works. The whole fight that everybody else has, besides black people, the whites, the Arabs, the Asians, the fucking Italians, everybody else, right, is to make heterosexual, tawny and swarthy men men, right? That's why you get the first voting right. That's why the civil rights movement only worked, even though it was a movement for feminism and facts. It only worked because black men were the face of Black Lives Matter. I put three fat dykes in a tranny. It only
Yeah,
works when black
looks like
men
some shit
die.
trash.
Nobody give a fuck when black girls die. Nobody give a fuck about Sandra Bland. I mean, it's a bad story. I feel bad for it. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but it took men to make the needle move. The whole world cares about black men. Even when you go to war, you have fucking other races of people, the Japanese, the Chinese, the North Koreans saying black man go home. That's not your war, bro. We ain't tripping on you, black man. You know what I mean? Like nobody's fucking with black men. Black men have to feel bad because black women ain't shit. And that's quote unquote they women. So they gotta feel like they ain't shit because they women ain't shit. As soon as they decide they want to be something better, then they'll be able to excel.
Yep. Which shout out to the NFL draft. I'm like, these bitches don't even watch football. How the fuck do they even know who the fuck is getting drafted? But all they care about is you mean to tell me all football, whenever football's on, they don't care. But now all of a sudden they see a dude's getting drafted and they got a white girl on their arms. They want to get mad. You
Every
cannot
other,
you cannot abuse a child and then get mad when he calls CPS. You cannot be a whole black human being, have bad customer service, and not even know, not be dateable. You can be insufferable, but mad when a dude dates a different chick, Asian, white, Hispanic, whatever. And it's funny because they're not even focusing on Hispanic.
hey, Black Thought
But
said,
anyway,
calling them women is a far stretch, bro. I'm just trying to short it.
exactly.
They really vaginal men, but that's long winded. I ain't feel like
Untrained
that.
toddlers.
I'm vaginal
Untrained.
men. These masculine bitches, these bitches are more nigga than nigga. But they bad at being men. How you bad at being a woman and bad at being a man? They just failures.
That's
But you
probably why
love
they
them.
start. That's why they starting to look androgynous and they be flipping. One day they lesbian, the next day they pregnant.
I told you ain't no such thing as a dyke. My sister told me that. And I thought she was crazy because my sister don't know shit. She a girl, right? But she was right about that, right? I remember that shit like yesterday, bro. 2006, man. I tried to kill the bitch in Atlanta, but I missed the target. And once I missed, I felt like Robert De Niro on what's the name of that movie? Heat. Like you got to be going in 30 seconds when the heat around the corner. So I was in either Marietta or Smyrna. I was on Carr Parkway. I don't know what side of the street I was on, Marietta or Smyrna, but let's say Marietta. I'm in Marietta, Georgia. I tried to kill a bitch. I missed. I missed, bro. I was like, fuck. So
When I found out that it was a literal Keisha, I was
her
like,
name is Keisha. Her
I
literal name
blame
was
you,
Lil
oh.
Keisha. I blame my motherfucking self, bro. Lil
I rest
Keisha,
my
nigga.
case.
Motherfucking
I
and her
rest
middle
my
name.
case.
I ain't gonna say her last name. I don't want y'all to stalk her. But Lakeisha Laquanda. I should have been killed this bitch. Look, I fucking I hid out in an apartment complex because everything in Atlanta is like housing complexes, like gated communities. There wasn't no reason for me to leave because I know they had a perimeter. So I just moved my car to another place in the gated community, and I just hid out in the housing complex until for a couple of hours. So I thought they was gone, and then I hit I-75 and I went to Detroit. When all this was happening, I had no intention of ever coming back to Chicago. I had just left South Dakota, went to Atlanta. The bitch got wild, finna kill that bitch. I missed. I say, fucking, I'm going to Detroit, try to get my money up, go holler at my brother-in-law. So I go to my sister crib. When I'm getting there, my sister has a U-Haul truck. She about to move back to Atlanta because my niece went to Clark, Atlanta. Is that the girl college? My niece was trying to get a condo at Clark. So if I could have lasted 3 more days, I could have crashed with them, but I couldn't because I tried to kill the bitch already. So I told my sister my master plan. Like I said, this is 2006, right? So I told my sister, I said, well, look, apparently I don't know what I did wrong. So I don't understand women. So I'm going to surround myself with lesbians because who knows women better than women that like women? It sounded like sound logic to me, right? My sister looked at me like I was the dumbest thing on earth. She was like, boy, them bitches just confused. Then she just hopped in the U-Haul and pulled off and went to Atlanta. So now I'm stuck in, in Detroit with my brother-in-law. And this 2006, I'm like, where's my sister? What the fuck you talking about? So I go on MySpace and I just started collecting lesbians off MySpace, right? Because I used to have, are you straight, bi, or lesbian, right? So I'm picking all lesbians. I'm like, I don't even want a bitch that's bisexual. I'm gonna get all lesbians. I end up having like 10 lesbian friends, right? You know what I found out? Lesbians are only lesbians when you ugly. When you cute, you get pussy pics. So I done end up fucking 7 of the 10 fucking lesbians who told me they don't even like men and got him at 3 of them rape me. Swear to God. Like niggas be like, oh, dirty folks always no, nigga. These bitches be on the attack. That's how they always end up back pregnant, right? So I'm like, damn, my sister was right. Do you know how much it hurt me to admit that my sister was right?
Yeah, probably took 10 years off your life. No joke.
Bro, I mean, goddamn, you know how many times I say I got more in common with the clan than my sister? To find out that my sister was right about something, I was like, fuck.
It was probably easier getting shot 5 times. No joke.
I ain't gonna say that, but I would go to a clan barbecue. It was better than going to clan barbecue. Um, I mean, it's a nigga that been shot 4 times. I know the difference. It's not. It was better. I mean, I had to eat the truth, but I also had to eat the bullets, and the bullets hurt worse. But as a certain
Speaking of
person,
that, what did she say when you got shot? Did she call you, text you,
no, she
or was
called
she
me.
at
I
work
hung
that
up
day?
on her. She called me. I
Oh
was in the hospital.
God,
She called me. She was like, "Damn, nigga, I thought niggas would have been killed you by now," and I just hung up on her ass.
oh yeah, she was. Yeah, that's out of pocket.
My sister toxic, but all black women toxic.
She sounds like the key. Well, she's from Detroit and
It's
Chicago.
not even that,
Eh,
bro. My sister, like every black woman, they're good to people they think they can get something out of. That's my sister. We can't fuck, and I ain't giving you no money because you my sister. You my older sister.
so they nice to people they can use. They nice to blue
They
pills.
nice when they could use you. The bitch could cuss you out all day, but if she catch a flat or her battery died, she need a jump. She'll be nice as hell. She'll be cuss you out all day. As soon as you try to start her car and it don't run, she be, baby, could you please give me a jump? This bitch been a terrorist the whole time, sounding like, "Rrr, arr, arr." Now all of a sudden, baby, fuck these hoes.
Yeah, man. I've been noticing. Someone's. I think Alex Jones said Americans are domesticated. I think that's just due to his raised by single mothers in general. And I call it neutered. They're kind of like eunuchs. But I don't be surprised anymore. It's just like, damn. But this will happen when you grow up in a cult of female worship. Um, it's just so interesting to see it now. Kind of
I
like the
ain't,
movie. Hmm?
I ain't never worship him. My dad used to be like, "That's your mother." I'd be like, "Nigga, that's your baby mama. I didn't choose neither one of y'all. You fucked her. You knew it before me." I be saying that shit all the time, bro. My dad be mad as hell, bro. I I know how this shit work.
Yep, yep. Man, gynocracy is very
Hold on. I want to create this too. Hold on, man. A lot of shit that I say, people think I hate black women. I mean, I do, but righteously. Don't get it twisted. But I love men. Who did he? Right? Because I'm a man. I love myself, and I love my brothers as I love myself. Every show I end, telling y'all, love your brothers as you love yourself. I love you guys because you're the reflection of me. Right? I want for my brother what I want for myself. I want y'all to ball till y'all fall. Cause if I'm balling and I fall off, somebody got to make sure they catch me before I hit the bottom. Right? What Jay Z say? We'll never fall off because we all each other crutches. Like I need that for y'all.
right.
So I want you guys to excel. I want you to guys to get all the money, all the pussy, some of the jerk chicken. I do want some jerk chicken. I want some of the jerk chicken, but I want you guys to live your best life, which can only happen if you try with other guys. You guys don't understand that, but it's true. It's true to form.
Exactly. That's why certain countries don't have this problem. Um, because it's like a cultural thing. It's just like they don't listen, they don't take their toddlers serious, right? At all. It's kind of funny when you see the parallel between our country and certain other countries. Yeah, some other countries are kind of centric or whatever you want to call it, but there's some countries out there who still like listen to girls are cool. They sound just like you,
Now listen, girls, clothes on. Yo, Black Thoughts, let me help you out.
but it's natural
Black
law.
Black Thought says, I don't hate black women. I just don't like them. I could love people I don't like. I'm not fond of my parents, but I love them. My sisters get on my nerves, two out of three of them, but I love them. I can love people I don't like. Hate is righteous, right? And I don't hate them like I want to kill them. I hate them like I hate chitlins. Like just don't put that shit on my plate. Like no thank you. And the reason I hate black women is because if you really thought about it in your life, you can ask any black man how his whole fucking heart dropped when you applying for a job and see Keisha in human resources. You'd be like, fuck. Like imagine the people that's quote unquote yo girls. You know you're not gonna get the job when you see her as a hiring agent. Are they really your girl? Like if you really got out of the cognitive dissonance, are they really your girl? If a gay white man, a straight white man, a fucking black man will hire you and a black woman be like, we'll stay in touch. Are they really your fucking people? I hate who hates me. Everything they do is an act of hate. They be like, I love my black man, but I ain't cooking, I ain't cleaning. I'ma steal your kid, nigga. I'ma take your money and put you in poverty and tell people you ain't shit. You a deadbeat.
Falsely accuse you.
Everything they do is an act of hate. I hate those who hate me. That's only intelligent.
Yep. And that was the beauty of that NAACP post on Twitter. Black women are.
Oh, you
And
let
I
the
was
black
like,
people. Yeah, that was crazy.
and I'm like, damn, the only niggas that love these black women is the dudes who was raised by them. AKA the dudes are the sons are of these black women. So they're their mothers. I'm just like, damn, that's a Stockholm syndrome. Everybody else sees it.
Hold on, let me show you. Let me see if I
I
still
said
got this.
insufferable.
Let me
Insufferable.
let me see
How
if
do
I
you get
still
a
got.
seafood boil on the plane, bro?
Let me see if I still got this up. I've been watching white comedians all day. Well, I've been watching white comedians all day, right? You know the common thread between white comedians, especially the male white comedians, they love black men. Pause. No diddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of them know racism exists, but they don't hate black men. What they hate
Right.
is black women. Everybody hate black women. Black women are likable. They really not fucking likable.
And they
They
keep
don't.
trying to pull an Emmett Till and make us fight other people over some temporary making a permanent decision based on a temporary emotion. That whole trying to push us into a race war, dumb shit.
Yeah, I mean, black women are great pawns. If you ever need like a really good pawn, the- like get you a black woman, you'll be good. But here's the thing, right? Here's the first act of aggression from black women to black men. When you're a child and your mother's telling you that white man and white supremacy and you ain't gonna be shit, that right there is the sign that she ain't breeding you to be nothing.
I
So
agree.
by the time you get to Keisha and human resources, you a wrap.
Not only that, she will. If you find a girlfriend, your mom will support your girlfriend above you, even though you're her own child. That's a black girl magic thing. Nobody else does that. Let me show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna push play. This is how little that every other race cares about color. Black people keep saying that white people the enemy and everybody else the enemy. We ain't got no allies. We got hella allies. Y'all just love your enemy. Y'all sleep with your enemy.
No, black men have allies. I don't necessarily believe black women have allies, bro.
Well, black women do have allies. It's the Semites. The Semites are black women's allies, but the rest of the
Yes.
world is black men's allies, right? Watch this. Hold on. Let me play. I think about that. Tell me again, we don't have allies. The entire America is feeding off of colored men's energy, right? What we say is cool is cool. The problem with black men is they don't own their intellectual property because they listen to black women tell them it's ghetto. And then Jews polish it, repackage it, sell it back to you at 17 times what you were charging for it. And then they'd be like, it's culture vultures. Really? Really? I have seen black people make greens my entire life. Now Macy sells greens for $75 a can. The same glory greens type of shit that we get for $3. $75 a can. I have seen black people have waves my entire life. Now Gucci came out with something they call a head scarf, $175. It's a goddamn do rag. People look at black America to say, man, is it cool? Is it acceptable? Can I find one that's a man instead of a black so he could be one of my two token black friends, right? So I ain't racist, right? That's the reason y'all like the Angry Snow Show. You feel-
Let me
Go ahead.
Let me give you a little pushback though. The Gucci thing, I think that's just capitalism. That ain't got nothing to do because the Gucci scarf ain't doing nothing. The fucking wave cap ain't doing. So I think that's just pure capitalism and don't got nothing to do with looking up to you for the fashion and all of that. That that one I can't rock with.
No, no,
You
it's
know, I
not about.
normally rock with
No,
you, but that
no,
one
no, no,
I
no,
can't.
no. It's not about looking up to us. It's about looking at us to see what's acceptable, and then they polish it, repackage it, and sell it globally. It's not about they selling it back to us because we still going to the beauty supply and get it for $2, right? It's about the polish repackage, and then they put a black dude on the wrapper, like yo, well, a white woman, a black woman or something, like yo, Gucci headscarf. Well, a white woman too. White women work. Everything they do, they move how we move. And I'm not saying that as a good or a bad thing. I'm saying that we're accepted. Like black people think they're not accepted. Black people think they're their own different category of American.
Yeah, they do. Well, actually, black people don't think they're American. They think they're African American.
That's
They have this
crazy.
thing with being Africans, which is really weird.
That's crazy. Ain't never been to Africa a day in their life. But yeah, you're right.
Don't even hold on. Don't even know if they from Africa.
Facts. I, you got that one. And I fight against that one, right? That was my dream about the African God's not my God, right? Think about it. Any nation you go to, they have their own God, right? The if you're in India, they got the Hindu God. If you're in Asia, they got Buddha. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody has their own God that looks like them, that represents their interest. The Norwegian gods and the Greek gods was the same gods, really. You know what I'm saying? The Thors and the Zeus and the Neptune, Poseidon, whatever you want to call them, Aphrodite, Athena. Everybody has their own deities they pray to give them strength. Nobody else tries to pray to another person's God to conquer that person. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, check this out, right? Because this is something that I've said before, right? Black Americans' version of blackness is has always came from small hats and white liberals. Like Black Americans, well, this new version, not always, but this new version since the civil rights,
Since the
that
1960s,
version,
right? I'm with you. Since 1960s, I'm with you.
yeah, like that version of blackness, and it was something, and again, like I've always thought that, but like Jason Whitlock was talking about the whatchamacallit, Amanda Seals, and he says it perfectly. He goes, "So you went to Columbia for white people to give you a piece of paper in hip hop to tell you how to be black, copy, and now she's the bastion of blackness. Amazing."
Do I got amazing up here? I might give you an amazing if I got it up here. I don't know if I got it up here, man. I ain't even got it up here, bro. I need to put it on StreamYard.
But yeah, man, like all this version of blackness that Black Americans think they own, all of that came from white liberals. That's why when you listen to them, right? When you listen to them, who do they mimic? Right? When you don't act like them, who's the first group of people that they mimic about how you're being black? Everything that white people tell them. Like it's crazy.
Because black people's culture is a Semite's marketing campaign. But I'm gonna give you
Yes.
amazing, bro. I'm gonna give you amazing. You ready?
That is amazing.
There you go. You
There we
amazing.
go. Thank you. Like, and I don't even think they know it. Like they think like so a person like Amanda Seals, right? She went and got a hip hop degree and now she the blackest woman in America. And she doesn't even understand the true origins of where all of that came from, her blackness and all of that. Like she truly believes that she curated that and that it wasn't curated for her. But telling Shannon Sharp, you want me to tell you where this came from? I mean, it, it's amazing.
Bro, I don't listen to girls with clothes on. They only confuse you. They dumb. But but with that being said, I agree with you. It started in the 1960s. It flourished in the 1970s, and it's been that way ever since. That fashion and hairstyles dictate your culture, like the most superficial shit, right? You being with a black woman makes you black. That has never. Think about this. When black women are with white men, when they get their dream and they get to swirl with Brad, right? Nobody says Brad is no longer white. Nobody.
Nope. Nope. And guess what? I'll venture to say that if they started telling Brad that he wasn't white, the black woman would leave him because she wants to be with a white man.
Okay, I'll go with that. There's a the biggest problem is that black women don't see black men as men. That's the
No,
problem. And that's how you get the NFL draft, right? Black men have the lowest criteria for a woman, the lowest standards of any man of any culture. And black women can't even do that, right? Feed me, fucking shut the fuck up.
not even
Very
the
low,
bare minimums.
the bare minimum. Can't do the bare minimum. White girls who can do the bare minimum. Go ahead, Zach.
No, just treat them like a fucking human being. It's crazy.
Play fair. That's my thing. I used to have girls all the time. I say, man, you can never be shit because you can't play fair, right? So
Yep. Right.
I play fair, right? So if I owe you, I pay you. If I ain't got it, I tell you because I don't want us to be fucked up just because I ain't got it, right? I got you. I just ain't got it when I said I was gonna get it. Cool, right? Because my name is my name is everything, right? Your word is your bond, right? You couldn't talk about it if you ain't living. That's the era I'm from. It wasn't no make believe daycare shit where you just use filters and a green screen to act like you in Vegas. We had to do that shit. We couldn't talk about it if you ain't living. So when I go down memory lane, I say some shit and it remind me of a story, and I go on a little side quest story like, yo, I remember that. Woo, woo. I did that shit. I lived it, right? And all those things are teachable moments, right? A girl cheating on her boyfriend, and while she ride me, telling me she'll never cheat on her boyfriend, some dudes will be like, I'm that nigga. I'm fucking this nigga bitch. In my head, I'm thinking, she not even counting me. I don't count. And then I started thinking about all the girls who be like, I was only with three dudes. You know what I mean? And I'm like, really? I had a girl tell
Well,
me, go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. My bad. No, no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say is I had a girl that told me she had only been with like three guys, her baby daddy, her ex boyfriend, and like two other niggas. She told me she had been with four niggas, and she had a friend that came in from out of town one day, and Shorty came to meet us. Right, she was like, "I'm at my best. I was her bestie at the time. She was like, I'm at my bestie house. Come right now." And Shorty come through. She was like, "That's your man." She's like, "Nah, we just friends." First thing come out Shorty mouth was, "Remember we fucked them 26 niggas so we could be GD sisters." I'm like, "Whoa." You let 26 niggas run a train on you to be a sister of the struggle? That's crazy. But she ain't even count them 26 niggas because she told me she was with four niggas. It was the four niggas she liked. So I understood. I thought back on that day, like, yo, I don't count. If we not in a relationship, I don't count. Right? Like even that right now, I know when she got her new nigga, I didn't count to the new nigga. She was still at four. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, also, right? Here's what fucking dude broads taught me, right? Is that everybody's on the table. I know every man think that like he got it to where the bitch is like, nah, you could be on the table, nigga, at any moment. And it's simply because, yo, I done banged enough dudes, chicks to dough. Like, yeah,
That's crazy. She said you
nigga
sound like
thinking,
Ice T, nigga. That's crazy. That's hilarious.
nigga, yo, listen, right? Niggas thinking they got it. They pimps. They, right? He thinking that he got it.
Law and
right?
order.
I mean, that's
Right.
that's just what it
It's
is.
just your family.
Everybody's on the table, bro. Like you could, you know what I mean? Like everybody want to pretend, but everybody's on the table.
Hey Latina, I watched the like tag put the find it and put the link in. I watch that shit. I got all type of shit I'm supposed to be watching. I ain't watched that. I watch that shit. Look, here's the thing. Black women see themselves as a commodity. So everybody else is a commodity, right? So if you're a commodity, everybody else is either a commodity or a buyer, right?
Yeah.
So it's a zero theory. I say the zero theory all the time, but I ain't gonna go through the whole thing right now. But it's the reason that black women will take care of a homeless dude, let him drive her car, drop off at work, all that shit. But if she find a nigga with a job, she not gonna help that motherfucker build. She want him to pay all the bills while she stack all her money. They're not good people. They don't, they have horrible discernment, but they're just not good people.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Untrained people with no penalty for their actions. And not only do they not have a penalty for their actions, but these idiots told them they was a god. They can never be wrong. You can never question them. They're the queen, mother earth, goddess, mother of civilization. You've created a monster, you dummy. And then expect the young dudes my age to be like, why they not dating black women? What the?
But that's easily fixable though, right? Because these girls know they ain't shit. They know they dumb. They know they're useless. They know that shit, right?
Yeah, I heard a girl admit that. She was like, yeah, we know we're dumb. We just don't like to admit it. I was dying.
They know they dumb. He, I mean, they tell you they dumb. They don't say they dumb. They be like, I want a man that can teach me something. Bitch, you dumb.
Right. A man they can learn from or whatever. But they don't even follow instructions, so that's a whole oxymoron and a
They,
contradiction.
they follow instructions. They just don't give you credit. Like, see, if you want to come up, you're welcome to. If you just popping in the back chat, that's cool too. Just in the back chat, let me know if you want to come up. Yeah, I see the link. I'm gonna click it. It's, here's what it is, bro. Because I don't really give a fuck about these hoes. And don't get it twisted. I love to party with black women because that's their purpose, right? Their purpose is to make a party better, right? If you got more women than men, great party. If you got more men than women, somebody getting shot in the parking lot. So I like women to be there, right? You let them come through, free drinks before midnight, nigga, feed them jerk chicken. They taking shooters. You got a
So now
pole.
hold on. So now you saying it's safer with the fight promoters?
No, I'm saying that no. I'm saying that they're less likely to spark a fight if it's more women than men. If you're playing ring around the rosy with bitches, it's gonna be a rough night. You know what I mean? 20 niggas, 8 girls, she gonna promote a fight.
Oh, that's the yeah. I'm not. Listen, I'm long gone.
You feel me? 20 girls, 5 guys, who they gonna
Oh
promote a
yeah.
fight to? So they just gonna get down with the clique. They gonna compete with each other. Instead of having men, doing these proxy wars with men, they're gonna compete with each other on, who gonna suck a dick in the bathroom. It's a much better experience. But
Yep. So you talking about parties with black women at a party? It's a great party. So was Freaknik a great party?
oh goddamn, yes. Oh hell yeah. Freaknik was a shit. That nigga console trying to get me to watch 2 Freaknik documents right now. Talking about, man, then you go on 95. I'm like, yeah. You like, oh man, we got a document from 95 to 98. I'm like, nah, I didn't even know they had a Freaknik in 98. But
Man, you know how much content they more than likely cut it from that damn documentary because they didn't want to embarrass black women.
no,
But
no,
what was I ready to? Hmm? Are you
Freaknik is a
familiar?
different thing. No, here's the thing about Freaknik. Everybody at Freaknik was always all everybody, the men and the women were already hoes where they from. So they met up
Right.
to meet hoes from different places that nobody like wouldn't be able to trick on me, right?
was Sukihana Royal Rumble.
Asuki Hana. Well, no. A Luther Campbell Royal Rumble. The Luke Dancer Royal, because it's the 90s. The Luke Dancer Royal Rumble. Yes. Pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that. Yeah, Royal Rumble. Yeah.
I'm not interested no more.
Oh no, it was beautiful. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Woo.
Nah, just the disease numbers
Not bad.
amongst coloreds right now is
Yeah.
outrageous.
Plus, y'all kill over bitches now. Like back then, everybody was a player about it. Like you fucking, I'm fucking it too. You want to run the train? It was like a real camaraderie thing. Like dudes pass around women like you pass around a blunt. Now y'all niggas crazy, man. Y'all young niggas crazy. So
Yeah, they emotionally violent. It was raised by single mother.
raised by single mothers. Um, but yeah, yeah, party always better with more women than men.
And they was told,
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with that. I agree. Right, I definitely agree with that. But also, right, once you like, this is for guys that like I mean, I guess I don't know. To me, I'll say guys with sense and guys that have slept with enough women. Also, once you reach a certain age, like bros just get boring because you get tired of the stupidness. Like you get tired of the toddlers.
I
Right. I
agree.
wouldn't want my children to be toddlers forever. Like at some point, you got to fucking grow up and start having sense.
I agree with 100%. I agree with that. Um, the 2 years I listened to girls drove me bananas. And I started too late. I was in my 30s already when I listened to girls because my dad told me to get married. The same thing that makes you laugh, make you cry. The reason I had like 1,000 body count because girls is dumb. Then you listen to them, be like, I can't stand this bitch. This girl's so dumb. You know what I mean? You gotta take it with a grain of salt, right? Um, and I'm cool with that. That's not even where my hate come from. My hate come from they try to fuck up everything great in life. My hate does not come from them being dumb because Tyler's going title, right?
Yeah, I
Yo,
agree.
Latina say what? If she's got can't and should not get mad for you cheating or having lots of women. Okay, here's the thing with that, Latina. Black men are cowards. That cheating and having multiple women has nothing to do with black women. It has 100% to do with black men are cowards. That American men in general are cowards, and black men are even more cowardly than most. Because I don't care what ethnic group of woman you are, women don't mind you having multiple women. They just want to be the number one woman. They don't care about being the only woman. They just want to be the top woman. There's a lot of women who know their husband got a mistress, and she cuss him out every day, but she ain't going nowhere. My sister said that shit to my brother-in-law's mistress. That bitch gonna call on some woman to woman shit like, girl, I just want to tell you, your husband been unfaithful to you. He been over here fucking me. My sister told her like, bitch, you ain't called to fuck my husband, so don't call me to tell me he cheating. What you want me to do? Leave so goddamn it, man, you can sleep on my thousand count sheets, bitch, please. Like girls don't care about that shit. Girls, shit, girls get they fucking husbands threesomes for the fucking what you call that honeymoon, nigga, with their best friend. Girls don't give a fuck about their bodies. Black men are just cowards and liars. That's all. That's how that goes. But anyway, what's going on? Face facts, how you feeling, baby?
What's going on? Yo, I heard you talking about the black American men, especially black men, were cowards, and I had to jump on because not only is that true, they get mad at you and almost ready to fight, even kill you when they discover that you're not a coward like them.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you know my number two
Yeah,
rule in
you don't.
life.
They get mad when you don't worship the Queen Mother Earth, Goddess, Mother of Civilization. They ready to go. Um, you know how the Muslims be Allah Akbar. They ready to do that when you if you don't worship the Queen Mother Earth, Goddess, kamikaze. Pull
Y'all,
myself up.
y'all know my number two rule in life. Hey man, we about to get into some heavy content, man. Support the channel, man.
Hey, baby. How much do you need?
Not much. Just enough for a new wig and a BBL.
Can dirty folks get some cash apps too, please, kind sir?
Yeah, what you saying, Face Facts? Go and talk your truth. Oh, look at my phone.
Yeah, like going along with your number two fan life, right? The crazy part is like with the pocket watching thing, right? If you understand how that really works, you understand it is rooted in bitch behavior because as a man, right, I wouldn't look at all the pros of your life and think that I could, want to copy and paste only the pros because I know whatever it took for you to get those pros, there are also some cons that go along with it. So as a man, I got to be comfortable knowing that I'm who I am as an individual, and you are who you are. So I can't worry about what you're doing. I got to focus on whatever my skill set is and whatever my situation is, and maximize what I have going on. But what women do, and the males that they raise, because they're not men, they're males. They have female mentality, but male body parts. They'll look at your life like with the income for let's take the incomes, right? They'll look at what you make. They'll say, all right, well you make 80,000 and they make 40. They'll say to themselves, oh well, I should be doing what he's doing because his $80,000 would work well in my $40,000 life. But you can't live a $40,000 life at 80,000. And they for some reason there's like this mental gap that they can't figure that shit out.
Girls can't count.
Yeah.
Yo, Latina said some real shit, and I say in a different way, but I agree with you. I like Latina. She alright. She said if they're all Mother Earths, then you must plant your seeds in them as much as possible. I agree with you 100%. But here's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yo, hold on. Is that Jesse Lee Peterson with a sombrero on?
Is that Jesse Lee? She
Yeah,
got
that's
that.
Jesse Lee, bro.
Hey, hold on, man. That deserves it, bro. That deserves it. Hold on. I got it.
That is amazing.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Um, here's the thing with that. In order, in order for that to be true, I do it all the time because fuck these hoes. But here's the thing: children belong to the men because a fruit by its seed, not by its dirt. Women are dirt. If you have a good woman, she's soil. Then she can be Mother Earth. These black people say Mother Earth, they dirt. A dirt will take anything. They'll take an apple seed and grow an apple tree. They'll take an orange seed and grow an orange tree. And then right next to it, they have 15 fucking roots. I mean, 15 weeds, dandelions, fucking all type of bullshit. Because the dirt doesn't care what type of seed it gets. Only the seed cares, and only men care. So when men have all their seeds in the same soil, you know what they call that? A grove, a orange grove, an apple grove. Everything look alike, right? And everybody get along. When you have all your kids by the same dude, all the kids get along. There's no conflict. The only conflict is they jumping on parents like, yo, we gonna set up daddy. Like, cause they together. They jam tight. It ain't my daddy better than your daddy. It's yo, fuck our parents. We need to escape. You know what I mean? And that's cool. That's natural behavior, right? That's not what black women do. Black women have apple trees, orange trees, and a bunch of fucking weeds at the same fucking dirt. And they be like, y'all siblings. And where you got your seed from, what you really are, that's your half parent. How the fuck that's your half parent? That's the whole seed. Black people don't understand how biology works, how basic fucking nature works for them to do that. That's why I say shit like it's my baby or her baby, but it's not our baby. Because either the dirt took it and became a weed, or I planted a seed and it became a tree, and then I got to cultivate the tree.
Well, Dirty Frog, you hear what CT say, right? Black people think everything done with magic.
That's because they can't read.
No, that's because
Right,
magic is
but
free. It doesn't cost anything.
yeah, that's a fact. But yo, face facts, you said something right about that pocket watching thing, and it just reminded me of a story, right? So one of my homies, right, like he's related to DJ Clue's partner. And one night, like they was all going out, and so it starts to be like a bunch of industry niggas, right? And he was like, "Bro, yo, come on, da 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 da, blah 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 blah, da 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 da." I looked at him and told him straight up. I said, "I'm good for about 4 bottles. After that, I'm not drinking on none of you niggas' bottles, so I'm not going." Straight up. Like I'm not like you niggas is spending money that I'm not capable of spending. You know what I mean? Especially at that time, like I had a newborn daughter, not newborn, but young daughter and shit. Like I'm not going with y'all. I'm not depending on you niggas to give me a drink. I'm not drinking from none of you niggas bottles. I'm good. I stay right here. You niggas have a great time. I got my own shit going on. Now see, weirdo pocket watching niggas, to me, weirdo pocket watching niggas would have went and been trying to sip on another nigga bottle, looking all emasculated, like weirdo shit. I don't know. That's just me, man. That's just me. Like I find that to be weirdo shit. No,
As far as that
nothing.
goes, bro. No, as far as that goes, I'm with you. I had a friend like that, bro. I had a friend that used to. I was like, yo. I used to tell him, man. I was like, yo, bro, I'm fucked up right now. Loan me 300 real quick so I can make a move and I get the money right back. He'd be like, I don't feel comfortable loaning a man money. That was the same thing, right? So then he'll call me like on Friday, be like, yo, why don't you go to the club with us? Because I get the club popping. I'm the dude that I holler at 8 girls. Like if it's a posse of girls, I'm the dude that crack jokes with all 8 and try to figure out who doing what so we could all get a girl, right? So they really need me, but they want me. I ain't saying they need me, but they want me, right? They like me. I'm like, bro, I ain't got no outfit. Nigga, go buy me an outfit. That's $100, right? Man, I ain't got no shoes to match his outfit. Nigga just magically come over with a pair of Jordans because one of the guys working Nike Town. So now, nigga, now, but Jordans weren't that as much as they are now. They was like a buck 20. So now we at 220, right? Then it's 10 to get in. Then you want to buy me a beer for $6. I don't even fucking drink beer, nigga. So what the fuck I'm gonna do with this? And then we'll get in the club and they might buy a bottle and we'll pop a bottle and he'll pop it. But I'm like, bro, you done really spent $300 on me to go to the club with you when you could have gave me the 300 and I could have made the move and gave you the money back and I still would have had bread to go to the club. Like you spoon feed me and I didn't like that shit. So I quit going to the club. So I'm with you. I understand exactly. Because my man got pride. A man without pride is just, a nigga that's waiting for a girl to be a second mother.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like I'm not playing that. Like you niggas out here 30 bottles. I'm paying for 4. No, I'm not going with you niggas. Enjoy. Like then on top of that, you niggas going to the big clubs. Like you never know who walking in. Nah, I ain't fucking with you niggas. I'm good. I'll see you when you get back, bro. I remember when I did that. Yo, I remember when I did that wild shit at 4040 one time. When 4040 was open in Jersey,
Yeah.
niggas buying bottles and shit. And I realized, yo, when them niggas brought the bottles out, I was like, wait, this $30 bottle? Nah, you niggas is crazy. Never again. That's the biggest waste you ever gonna deal with in your life. And you gotta be all driving, drunk and shit. Nah, nigga.
I need my little nigga Zach to go outside so he can have a story about going to the club.
I mean, but that but that's young shit, right? Like, yeah, I mean, like if you, I don't know, like if you can't tell a story about going to the club when you was in your early 20s.
I know, right? He a lame ass nigga, bro. I'm trying to get him outside. Yo, this shit is hilarious though. So hold on, Latina sent me this goddamn clip, right? About guerrilla mating strategies, right? So basically, what she said is, right? I'm gonna play the part where they busting. So it's a major gorilla. Hold on, let me go back a little bit to the major gorilla. Let me go back to where his booty at. Pause. All right, because I know that's where it started. So they got a major gorilla, right? Gorilla be minding his business, right? He ain't doing nothing to nobody. He just chilling, right? So a girl come out of nowhere was like, "Yo, you got bitches. I want you to fuck me. If you got a bunch of bitches already, I know you got good dick, right?" I'm doing a whole dirty folks interpretation, but that's what it come down to, right? She like, nigga, if you got all these bitches, you must got good dick. So you need to fuck me because I'm fertile right now. I'm ovulating. Come get this pussy and I'm gonna go ahead and be a single mother, right? She might want to be a concubine though. I ain't look deep into it, but all right, check it out.
while keeping the neighboring silverbacks well away.
Nigga, straight busser.
Well, there you have it, folks. Now
Straight
you
bus.
oh, hold on. Now you understand. Well, what you said 30 minutes ago was true. Niggas be dying over that. There you go. In the human kingdom, there'd have been guns involved.
Hey, hold on, man. Hey, Latina, don't be fucking with my narration. My narration is hot, mommy. You better quit playing with me. I give you the real narration. That's the PG going on National Geographic. I'm telling you what it really is. Like she a busser. She came. She was a single mother. She already had a shorty. You look like shorty. I ain't fucking with you. Already got bitches. She like I fuck you. I'll fuck your little niggas. And then again, he was like, "Fuck it. I'm going here and fuck this bitch." Look, it happens every day, B. Look, so basically, she just said these motherfucking hood, these hootie hoos is gorilla bitches. That's hilarious, but that's natural law. Like when you're on these YouTube streets is not like outside streets. Outside streets, all my niggas get pussy. We all know this already. YouTube streets is a bunch of dudes that was raised by their mother to love and respect women who don't respect men. And then he try to have these whole fucking diatribe panels about how can a man and woman get together again. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about that shit. She's still fucking. They only fuck who they hate because they backwards, right?
Well, someone said something on the panel. I can't remember where I heard this. So it had to be maybe a year or two back. And somebody said black men sitting on panels talking about how to rebuild the black family and this and that. You don't hear black women doing that. You hear them going on about their life.
Black women talk about how they can get resources out of black men. Black men talk about how they can get the family back. I I don't talk about neither one of those things because girls fuck the logo. I talk to men about like, look, these bitches ain't shit, dog. We need to tribe up and make a logo that matters. Then y'all get all the pussy y'all want. It's just getting all the pussy you want with extra steps. Like y'all listen, these motherfuckers telling you to be a high value man and spend money and you can't take the bitch to fucking cheesecake factory, all type of dumb shit. And I'm over here consistently be like, yo, I got two tacos for these bitches on Tuesday. I ain't even trying to pay full price. I got two tacos. Like it don't even take all that.
Oh, that's a fact.
I'm not gonna lie. I get triggered by that whole high value man conversation because there is no such thing as a high value man, especially if you're black. You're just a high value target. Women judge a man's quality by what she can use the system to steal from him. So the reason she wants you to be an NFL player is because she can go to family court and say, "Oh, he's an NFL player. Give me NFL level child support." They don't want their children to be raised and guided by men. There was a guy, I forgot what channel it was, but I think he was on Instagram and he was saying like he's basically saying what we've all said before, how a lot of women are jealous of their children, especially their daughters. And this is especially true for black women. Black women do not want their black daughters to have better outcomes or options than they do, which is why if she sees that you're a good father, especially to a daughter, she'll 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 move heaven and earth to make sure that you can't do what you need to do for that daughter because she's mad that no one ever did it for her.
I thought you were going the other way with it, but okay. Here's the other way with it. Black mothers who quote unquote don't need a man, right? They just out here in these streets. They raise ain't shit daughters too, right? But they be cute. Like a cute ain't shit bitch is a good afternoon, right? I'm not above fucking a nice looking ain't shit bitch, right? Because I got time, right? If you fuck the daughter, you can also fuck the mother. I done did the mother daughter once, but now that I look back in my life, I probably could have done it like four times, nigga. I had man, so many opportunities. That man, my homegirl Carla mama let me in the crib one day. She had on a house coat with no bra, no panties, trying to tell me how her daughter was crazy. I'm like, damn, is she hitting me? I was just 17 though. I wasn't ready. Like I think I could have hit it though. Looking back, like I think I could have hit. I could think I could have hit it. You know what I'm saying? I did hit one, and then I look back. I was hanging out with my homegirl Amy, and she took me to her mama crib for Thanksgiving, and her mama wouldn't let me in because apparently Amy one of them girls that let a new nigga. You met a girl. It's a new nigga every Thanksgiving pop up at the crib type shit. But
Right.
but I didn't know that. I just know her mama wouldn't let me in. She just in the doorway with her arms folded, looking like a club bouncer. And Amy like, oh no, this is my friend. We knew each other from high school. We just reconnected. Like, and her mama just quizzing me like, who your parents? And I'm telling her, and she don't know who my dad is, which affected me. Like, my dad ain't had no name, cause I worked my whole life to have a name. Like, damn, my dad ain't got no name. So then she was like, who your uncles? I was like, yo, I got two uncles. I was like, yo, Mike and Jerry. She was like, Jerome? Jerome, your uncle? Oh my God, he was such a charmer. Like, her whole pussy got wet from the memory of my uncle in the 1970s, my nigga. And then she looked at her daughter like, "Oh, you need to be with him. This should be your boyfriend. You should give him some pussy." Like her mama wasn't feeding her husband, nigga. Like her husband, no, this the funny. I swear to God, bro, funniest shit ever. Be her mama is fixing me plates, and she ain't feed her kids. She ain't feed her husband. Her mama feed me plates, trying to make me fuck her daughter, bro. I swear to God, I feel so bad because I'm in this man's house. I go talk to her husband. This man on the desktop the whole time looking at pictures of houses in Jamaica, talking about some. When I'm going to retire in 3 years, I'm buying a house in Jamaica. I'm like, yo, thank you for inviting me in your home. Well, he was like, that motherfucker didn't care. I said, man, you and your wife moving to Jamaica. He said, I didn't say me and my wife. I said I'm moving to Jamaica. Like this nigga already planned to lead a bitch and everything, bro. Like I'm in this motherfucker. Like this is crazy. But I
Yeah,
understood.
they were trying to get you in the snare. That's what it was. He was already, he was the old workhorse. They ran him into the ground. They were trying to get him replaced with a new young buck, and he was trying to transfer that burden. You gotta be careful with Caribbean people because they're good for that shit. Have you stuck with the daughter? Now you taking care of the mama and the grandmother when they moving both into your house. They'll flood you with food, sex, whatever you want up front, but then on the back end that bill comes heavy. That's coconut strategy 101. Trust me.
Look, bro, I peeped the scene like Sam Rothstein, bro. I already knew what it was, man. But I was just tripping. I was mad. I wasn't even tripping on the fact that her mama was trying to sell the pussy. I was tripping on the fact that my uncle was knowing and my dad wasn't. Cause you the seed of the you the seed of the fruit. I'm like, don't nobody know my daddy? Like that's what pissed me off. I wasn't even tripping on the other shit. And I was tripping that my uncle had swag that bitches wanted to fuck him so bad 30 years ago, 40 years ago that she was auctioning off her daughter. I thought that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, the question I ask you on that is, right? Don't nobody know my daddy. It's really all about where you known and how you known, right? Because your father may not be known in that realm, but he may be known in other realms. And when you start throwing his name around, then you realize different doors open.
Bro, I'm 40 years old, bro. Y'all heard my dictation earlier. I didn't want to be Edna grandbaby, Shireen little brother. No, nigga, nobody ever mentioned my dad. Everybody knew my grandparents. My dad's parents, everybody knew them. They was plugged as fuck. Everybody knew my dad's older brother, and this bitch trying to give me pussy because my dad's younger brother. But don't know nobody knew my dad. And that shit fucked with me, bro, for a long time. But that goes back to how we started this when I said some people are just NPC characters. Some people are just here to be the fan, you know what I mean? Or be the detractor. Like niggas who don't get no pussy listen to stories about and I'm not even shooting no shots. I promise you I'm not. But you get somebody like Shaka Nulu, right? And he be like, man, everything you say made up. Like, nigga, I was outside. I done went to 26 cities in 18 states. You think I wasn't fucking? Like, it's weird. Like, niggas that never. It's a lot of dudes that don't leave a 4 block radius. They be like, man, I can't believe you did all this shit. I'm like, nigga, I went outside.
Yo, that's a fact. That not leaving the radius shit is wild. Niggas miss a lot doing that.
Right, because they know they're habitual line steppers. They know to get fucked up. They leave that safety zone because the shit that they talk in a circle where people just write them off as a cornball. They can't do that around strangers. That's part of it too. Like you'll get the guy that's the toughest guy in the hood, but take him to another city and he's quiet as a mouse. Always, you ever see the dude always trying to get people to his block to fight? Like, why would I come to your block to fight you? And it's like, how old are you? You're in your 40s talking about, oh, you won't come to my block. Come see me on my block. You don't even want to be on your block. Why would I come on your block? It's the weirdest shit ever. And they always think because they can't do something that you can't do something. And it's a difference. Like when Dirty tells the stories that he tells, you can tell that he's really been there. Because if you've been somewhere, you know when someone's lying.
What you think, Zachy? You don't go outside. What you think about the stories?
All the false accusations going around. Something obviously happened. I'm joking.
That's crazy. That's wild. That's,
No,
I didn't
I'm
even know that.
playing.
I wasn't even ready for that one. That was wild.
No, I think had to be a glorious time growing up with social media not going crazy, and had to be pretty awesome. You just went outside, fuck the internet, you lived it. It's awesome.
Social media existed though. Facebook didn't exist. Facebook fucked up
I'm
the
talking
game.
about early 2000s, 90s.
Still,
It, and it,
Facebook fucked
and
up the
it
game, bro.
wasn't the social media we got now. They wasn't getting free attention and all that shit.
That camera phone. It wasn't even social media. Camera phones fucked up the game. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Cause I grew up
True, niggas be recording everything.
I grew up in the internet era. It's not like y'all grew up in the DSL era, but I grew up in the dial-up era. Like we still had internet. It was LimeWire and Yahoo and shit, but we were still meeting. Like people were leaving their husbands in San Francisco to marry a nigga in New Jersey. Like this internet love was real back then when all they had was message boards. You didn't even know how they looked. You just got to know a person. Like I grew up in that era. That was like my teen years. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Um, beepers ain't the internet though. No, I'm joking.
I rebuke you. No, but even with beepers, we
That's
had dial-up internet.
crazy.
That was crazy. But beepers and
That's
the internet was the same time.
crazy.
No, but it shit was super crazy. That was cringe as fuck. And fuck you. But they both was at around the same time though. That's what I'm saying. Like AOL and
Now
and, uh,
I'll give you that
and
because when I
Netscape
was
was at the same
born,
time as beepers.
true. Because well, all I know is that I grew up with the internet because 1999. I'm pretty much the same age as the internet, so I get what you're
No,
saying.
you're the same age as DSL,
Smartphone,
right?
Yeah, but you still, but even in the beeper phase, you still had to be outside.
You still had to be outside because they had payphones, baby. You
right,
got to call them back.
right,
Niggas had
right.
brick burnout phones and shit. Calling bitches like you can't call this number back though. Like I could call you, just beat me. I'll call you. You know what I mean? Like, but the internet was still popping. Yahoo 360 was popping. Black Planet was popping. MySpace was popping. Tagged was popping. It was a lot of websites you could just get on and they'd be like, "Oh, you want some pussy?" And you inbox them back like, "Yes, I would."
The 360 was wild.
360 was wild, nigga. I got so much pussy on. Girl, this whole soft boy era, this shit they talking about the drizzle shit, that was my Yahoo 360. Bitches flying me to DC to fuck. Bitches flying me to Fort Worth, Texas to fuck. No, like that was Yahoo 360 got me flued out like I was a bad bitch, nigga. Shout out to Yahoo 360.
Yeah, honestly, all this new social media did was make the lames visible.
Exactly.
if you really look at it, because like I mean, back in the day, bras was doing what they had to do. Just made the lanes visible to where the bras had to stop doing what they got to stop doing what they had to do. And also, right, here's the thing: like half of these bitches that think they hot, they knew they were ugly back when I was coming up.
Nigga.
Like all these mediocre
Yeah.
bitches that like acting like they the it girl, they knew they was ugly, and they knew they had to take what they could get between the hours of 1 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Right. The internet, what the internet did was it gave them more reach. So they're not confined to people knowing who they are and knowing their business in their immediate area. They can go score surf in their immediate area, move, relocate, just get people on the internet that know nothing about them. So that's what allows them to run wild and do the shit that they're doing.
That's not even
Because
true. That's not true, bro. Black girls not that smart. It used to be if you was a hoe in New York, you could move to Atlanta and start over as a Christian girl. They just turned to a hoe in Atlanta. These bitches not that smart. What the internet did was allow men who are afraid to talk to them face to face to be able to inbox them, and it allowed women to use filters. But they
It
been
fucked the
busting.
game up.
Fuck the game up, bro. Like some of the sweetest places was Atlanta. Atlanta was alright, but Cali, especially California, motherfucker, the Carolinas, nigga, the Dakotas, go to Wisconsin, go to Iowa. Like nigga, I used to hop off the plane in fucking LA, and bitches be like, "You ain't from around here. Where you from?" I'm like, "Chicago." They were like, "Oh my god, you want some pussy?" Boston. Boston was getting it in. I had a bitch in Boston, nigga. I asked for a pop. The cashier was like, "What's a pop?" I was like, "Okay, soda." She was like, "Oh, you ain't from around here." I'm like, "Nah." She was like, "You want some pussy?" Yeah, I get off at 6. Wrote a number on the back of my receipt. Like, girls been busting for a long time, and I've been a slut for a long time until I became a re-virgin. But the whole when they started linking all the people into your circle, like Facebook and Twitter and all that shit did, and then all the people that always had a crush on her got to inbox her, and then she got to use filters to trap strangers and all that shit. It blew their head up, and bitch, that's not really you. Like I seen you at the liquor store. That's not really. I don't know who the fuck this bitch is on your profile picture. That ain't you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I'm 40, so I went through it. I know.
right,
Like
it's like me.
I just don't talk about it because I'm a Christian man now. Well, mostly because I'm a father.
I'm a re-virgin, so I just tell about the stories. I don't tell you about the sex capades, but
So what do you think it is? You think the internet allows them to participate in a artificial bidding war where they think that all these people are bidding for them, so they can raise the price even
I
if it's not based on reality?
no
No, bro,
the
we just
the
told
la
you it
the
gave
last
the
part.
lames, it gave the lames a voice.
Right, I
That's
get
what it
that part,
did.
but right, but it's not just the lanes. It's the women's interpretation of the lane
Okay,
because
to answer your question, it made
right,
these bitches Freddy Krueger because all this is the land of make believe. It's all imagination. Who runs your deep sleep? Freddy Krueger. All these bitches became Freddy Krueger. This is a toddler's daycare. It's a place where you can't say nothing about the summer of 2020. You can't say shit about the dawn. You can't say shit about the tiny hats. But these bitches, you could literally watch fucking Cardi B not Cardi B. Yeah, Cardi B get pregnant on Twitter. You watching the penetration, watching the nigga nutting her on Twitter, and then 4 months later, she like, I'm pregnant. Like, yeah, bitch, we know, we saw it live. Girls can do whatever the fuck they want to do, and guys have to be silenced if they say anything truthful. Nigga, I had to turn to a girl on Facebook. I changed my gender on Facebook because they had me blocked for all except 17 days for a year. And I don't mean 17 consecutive days, my nigga. I mean 30-day ban, come back for a day, they ban me 30 more, come back for 2 days, they ban me for 45. I had 17 days on social media in a year. I was like, fuck this shit. I turned into a girl. Everything been moving smooth since then. They let girls do what the fuck they want.
Yeah, like you said, the worst thing you can give a woman is a choice. Um, that's what I noticed about other patriarchal countries. That's like, they don't give their women, gays, and felons a voice, a choice, none of that. Like they don't give them an inch because they know they'll take a fucking mile.
I'll say this too.
Mhm.
Women are cool who don't have social media. I'm just being honest. Like you can meet girls who really not on social media like that, or just use it to post pictures of their kids and the graduation shit like that. They be cool. Motherfuckers that engage in social media, them bitches be out they motherfucking minds, my nigga.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but it's all about attention, right? That's the new currency right now.
It's the old currency too. Just ugly bitches couldn't get attention to social media.
Yeah,
Now,
that's a fact.
yeah, now ugly bitches think they dime. They want dime bitch privileges. Like, bitch, you was holding the purses at the club. How the fuck you, bro? It's these niggas with low self esteem too, bro. These niggas want the ugliest bitches because they think they can get her, and maybe they could. But nigga, why you pump this ugly bitch up? Now she thinks she a dime. Life ain't finna be right. Now I gotta go crush it, motherfucker. And the bitch wanna cancel me. Like, fuck up my social media enjoyment because you a ugly, stupid bitch. And now goddamn it, because I was like, Shorty, you know you ugly and you dumb, right? Cancel that nigga. It's crazy.
And you gotta think about like the dudes that's in these comments. Is these old dudes and married dudes? Because apparently that's most of the niggas buying these OnlyFans accounts. That's
I don't know. I think some of that is these young niggas too.
I don't even think the young niggas got money to invest in the fucking OnlyFans account, and they know how horrible these bitches are because we went to school with them.
Now you know what, bro?
Not saying none of these young
I
dudes.
kind of think it's the old niggas too. And the only reason I co-sign that is because and shout out to Zach. Motherfucker tagged me in a Melanie King video, and old nigga sent that bitch $300 before her intro was over.
God damn.
Yep.
It was like,
But I'll tell you why how you know it's the old niggas because the young niggas will see a chick that they want to follow on OnlyFans and then get it for free already. So it's the old niggas paying for it.
facts. Niggas ain't
And
niggas will
by older
screenshot this
dudes,
shit.
I'm not talking Gen X. It might be some of them married Gen X dudes, but for most part, it's like boomers, just married dudes,
Yeah,
and
it's anywhere
married
from
dudes are
boomers to
boomers,
older millennials based on their tech savvy.
right?
Like anybody Gen Z and younger, they're on it as far as the internet is concerned. They getting that shit for free. They're not paying for that.
Yeah, nigga, and the bitch put it on OnlyFans and then put it on IG like 3 days later for free. Yo, Latina, you know what's so crazy about that shit? Latina say now autistic people are able to communicate because of the internet. You know why like autistic people sound smart? Because Google spell check. I've been there. I've been in the crib with some of these quote unquote bad bitches with college degrees. These bitches can't even read, bro. I don't know how the fuck they got their degree. And if it wasn't for Google spell check, they'd be dumb as fuck. I'm watching them every 4 words. They gotta correct that shit, nigga. And 3 to 4 words be like and, the, we, nigga. 3 syllable word they be confused as fuck. I'm like, college didn't do shit for you, bro. This shit is real, Latina. The dumbest. Look, I just found out that black people had Down syndrome at a rapid rate. So I'm still dealing with that. But yeah,
And going back to the OnlyFans thing real quick, it's probably these dudes want that what they call emotional prostitution. They sit in the car for 2 hours, like, you know what? Before I kill this my wife, let me just sit in the car for 2 hours and scroll this
no,
OnlyFans.
no, but the OnlyFans, the pictures not what give them the money. You know that, right? The
What'd you
money
say?
come from that. The pictures is not what get them the money. Them sleeping with dudes on camera is not why they get paid. They get paid for
This is for
inboxing
fortune,
the
right?
people. No, get paid for inboxing the people back. People need a
Right, right.
connection with a woman, even though everybody that inbox them
Emotional
back is a man.
prostitution.
Right, emotional prostitution. They want the interaction with a woman that they're afraid to reach out to. So think about this: girls want
Right.
to be slaves, and niggas want to be slaves to girls. So that means like 80% of America want to be slaves, right? But they all fighting slavery because they always thinking about the white slave master. They thinking about Mr. Candy, you know what I mean, on Django. They not thinking about the institution. Like there's a logo behind that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
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 What people don't
Do you think they
understand
do
is
that
that
purposely? Like they,
Do what purposely?
you could go my bad.
no, go ahead, ask your question.
Oh no, I was just saying. Do you think that's so? Like they point the finger at, oh, look at this racism. Why? And they put the other hand is like the real racism. You know, like you're saying, look at this. Why they punch you in the face? You fighting one side, but this is really the real thing.
Right.
If
The
that makes sense.
version of racism that you're used to seeing is folklore. Like it's a fairy tale. It's like
Right. Right.
that version of the slave master with the whip whipping slaves, and that's like the equivalent of reading a comic book and seeing Spider-Man, because they didn't have weapons that they have now. So a lot of those slaves, they were basically like welfare recipients. They signed up for that shit.
Exactly. Nigga. And they got paid. That's why they got slave wages. That's why they could get enough money to buy their emancipation. They just didn't because they spent all their slave wages on a bitch. But I digress, right? It
Right,
was
and that's why they also they had plantations where a lot of times the man worked for free, just like they do with the child support system, where you had to work on that plantation in order to have access to your woman and your child.
and I want to bring that back. I want to bring that back. And people would go, right? Because people will work. Here's what slaves were. Slaves were lazy niggas, right? They were like, they worked us to the bone. Okay, wait, let me say it like this. There were sadistic people who owned slaves, but there's sadistic people, period, right? There's nutty people. There's Jeffrey Dahmers everywhere, right? But that's the minority, right? Just like in every neighborhood USA, they be like, oh, the neighborhood's so violent. There's like 6 serial killers in your neighborhood, but it's 6 people. And you know the 6 people, you know who catching all the bodies. Everybody ain't catching bodies. They like everybody got a gun. They having shootouts at the OK Corral. It's 6 crazy niggas who shoot up everything, right? In a community of like 10,000 people. But they got the
Right,
whole 10,000 on siege, niggas. Them 6 niggas is nuts, right?
right. And dirty. I not only will I see your stance on lazy niggas being slaves, it was also the stupid niggas, right? I'll tell you why. This is why sharecropping didn't work, because basically what sharecropping was, they allowed people to go out into the field and harvest the crop. Now you got paid based on the quality of crop that you brought back. But if you were too dumb to know that you couldn't pick whatever the crop was until it was ready, it would be an inferior product, which is why that system didn't work, and they had to get rid of it. They had to terminate it because they were ruining crops.
I mean, listen, right? How smart are niggas now? They still falling for the same OK Corral that they was back during slave times.
Pretty much, because all them
It
niggas
just
do is
look
corporate
different.
plantations in Section 8.
Right. If anything, I'd argue that it's worse, because in that era,
Mm.
if you were incompetent, not only could you not survive, you couldn't mass replicate yourself like you can today. The dumb motherfuckers are out replicating the smart motherfuckers in large numbers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dumb motherfuckers, boy.
right? And it used to be where, well, in like in the '60s and the '70s, possibly even the '80s, you had motherfuckers who were dumb and just didn't know that they were dumb. Now today with the internet, you got motherfuckers that are not only dumb, they know they're dumb, but now they're mad at you because they're dumb.
No, no, sir. They relish in the dumbness. They roll in it like Scrooge McDuck used to roll in his money.
Some of them, but see, that's the problem with the internet. You got some that are dumb and they enjoy being dumb, but then there's others that are dumb and then they're mad because they see you having results that they don't have, because they can understand that they're stupid and they don't see a way out of it or around it.
There's a lot of wait before I say what I'm gonna say. I want to give a shout out to Latina and Cali, man, for the $4 cash app. Gratitude. Even though it ain't worth it, I'm gonna give the full love. I can't find this shit though. Hold on, man. I'm gonna celebrate you. What the fuck is it at? That's crazy. It's because I'm black. I don't know how to use YouTube. I mean, I don't know how to use StreamYard. I ain't gonna front. It's been so long. That's crazy. I should hit your ass with that amazing. Where the fuck is it at? Oh, here you go.
I'm gonna drop a dime quarter, a whole change purse, a Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm dropping all that shit. Don't give a fuck.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, 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 joy.
Gratitude. All right. Here's the biggest part of slavery. Love. Love is the big, because what you said is absolutely true, right? The dumb niggas want to keep the smart niggas. It's the crab in the barrel thing, right? But what if you the dumb nigga and you got the smart child? Then you got to manipulate the child not to leave. You can't have Boston George leave the plantation, right? Even though Boston George is the one that can leave and come back and buy your freedom, right? So the manipulation is the smart dude don't. Matter of fact, same movie, same roots. Toby, Kunta Kinte, whatever you want to call him, right? The reason he could have escaped slavery 3 times, and all 3 times he didn't escape slavery, is because he loved a woman. Think about that. He didn't want to leave his mama. He didn't want to leave his former fiance who sold him out and got his foot chopped off. Then he didn't want to leave his wife because she just had his baby. So of the 3 times he could have been free and either going home back to Africa or going to Canada and started fresh as a free man, he stayed in slavery because of love. And a lot of us do. That's your mama black. When girls say your mama black, what they saying is you need to stay a slave, nigga.
That's a fact.
Yo,
Well,
you know what the most fucked up part about that was? All of those women would have left him behind if they had the opportunity.
And they did, cause Massa had fried chicken. They never had fried chicken before, and that's how goddamn it, Kunta got his foot chopped off, trying to rescue a bitch that was like, Massa, give me fried chicken, and goddamn it, she sold him out. Yeah, they sell you out for trinkets. I keep telling y'all, bro, when you get conquered, all the men and boys die. When you get colonized, that means your girl would let them in through the back door. Black people got colonized.
yep,
They not your fucking friends.
yep.
But what? Go ahead.
You know what's funny? If you go back and watch Roots today, watch it like in this time right now, you'll realize exactly what's going on. You'll look and you'll be like, "Oh, that's exactly what's happening now."
Yeah.
From the black women to the white women, all of them, exactly what's happening now.
Right. They want to desensitize you to it. So they put it in a movie so that when you see it in real life, you process it as just being fiction, like where you're not contextualizing what's actually happening.
Oh no, black people like pretend land.
I swear to God, they do.
Like I've absolutely come to realize that for them, everything is about pretend land. They don't want nothing to do with reality. You can't get them to see reality. You could line it all up and it could happen right in front of them, and they'll still dive into pretend land.
Yeah, because reality doesn't benefit them, and they can't operate in it.
Because the reality is you sleeping with your enemy, right? That's reality. Reality is if your parents are if your grandparents are younger than boomers, like I know that Zach grandparents is a boomer. You've never seen a real man or woman in your life because every real man you saw, your mom told you he's a bad man, and every real woman you saw in your life, they said she was a pick me or she want to be white.
Right. That's
That's
why
Yep.
black women. I think that's why. I think that's the real reason why black men. I mean, black women hate to see black men with white women because they realize that most of the time those women really care about that black man because most of the time they get disowned. It's different when they're old and fat and washed up. Then it's like, listen, anybody take her. But if you got a young white woman with a black man, more than likely she's getting disowned by her family. She's giving up her inheritance. Like she's there because she really wants to be there. And the last thing a black woman wants to do is either see a black man happy or see the black man with somebody who's actually invested in him.
you
Yeah,
could
but that whole getting disowned by her family, that's not happening in 2024.
yeah,
That's that's
it's not really happening.
that's
I agree.
yeah, that's 1940s stories, 1930s. That's not 2024.
And it don't even matter if she care about you or not. Here's the real truth of the matter. It don't even matter if Becky care about you or not. Because now we got to go back to zero theory. Yo, here's something for you to clip, Zach. I think I said this several times before, but here's zero theory. Black women only want you if you're rich or if you're poor, right?
Yep.
So
Right.
if you're poor, she'll let you sleep on that couch. She'll let you drive her to work, drop her off, whatever. You could be 5 cents short, right? Negative 5 cents. She'll give you 10 cents just so you can feel like a man. And then you'll go use her card. If you're smart, you'll fill out job applications. She might give you a piece of income tax return. You go buy a pound of weed, try to come up, and then you become somebody. Because men's loyalty, because only men can love. Men's loyalty, men's duty is like, yo, she was here when I ain't had shit. I want to give her the world because she was here when I ain't had nothing, right? Black women's whole thing is they will never allow you to get past 25 cents because she liked you because you didn't have shit, right? So as soon as she feel like you were excelling, like you're gonna be a man and she can control you, she'll take your kid, take your money, get you locked up, have you back at your grandma's basement, just so she can say she could do bad by herself. Or she'll find a dude that got a whole dollar and try to figure out how she can get 75 cents out that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because they need to see you back at zero. Like black women's job is to destroy black men. And they be like, no, it's not. We love our black men. Don't listen to them hoes, bro. They just trying to floss. Other women, because blacks really ain't got women. We got vaginal men. So all other women, it doesn't even matter if they love you or not. Their whole thing is they see you with potential. You have negative 5 cents, but you have potential of growth. You're just not in the right environment. And they will help you make $1. You will be whole. She'll help you make $1. And then she'll come through and take 50 cents. And you'll be mad, but you still 50 cents. She met you at negative 5 cents, my nigga. You 55 cents better than you were when you met her, even though she took 50 cents from you. Right? That's why motherfuckers don't really be that mad when they leave. Like, well, fuck it. She took half, but I wouldn't have had that shit without her. Like, she had an intrinsic value. You know what I mean? Black women come with no value. They just want stuff because they're not good people. Because their mama's not good people. Their grandma not good people. It's a bad product. That's why your history starts as slavery when black women tell your history. It never starts at when you were free and fighting and became captive, because then they have to say, yo, we set you up. It always starts as slavery because that's what they need you to be. That's the mindset. And they're always trying to get you back there. That is the that is the addiction to failure. right?
and that and it, and that's true because if you ever notice when you listen to a black woman, she goes straight from slavery to Jim Crow. Everything in between slavery and Jim Crow, you ever hear a black woman talk about?
Nigga, Reformation is the best time in Black American history. Never heard them say shit about it.
Right. Because slavery is the black woman's origin. That's when she was able to take control of the community. Before that, the village had to be run by men. So that's why they started slavery, because slavery is their origin.
Again, right from the ending of slavery to Jim Crow, you don't hear black women talk about that. They go straight from we were slaves to Jim Crow.
Yo, by the way, this shit is hilarious. That motherfucker says zero laws. That is hilarious. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's just crazy. Zero.
And that's why, like, it is, man, listen.
Right, because
It,
Jim Crow was the renegotiation of the slavery contract, because that's what they wanted to get back to. Because who ran the breeder ran the plantation.
Jim Crow was the beginning of feminism, but they had to practice on black women first. Because at the same time the black men were last hired, first fired, black women had consistent jobs with the white man.
Right, but consistent jobs doing what? It wasn't anything that required any productivity, because that still reigns true today.
no, it was consistent jobs in the slave house.
Right. They was back being mammy, or they worked in manufacturing because it was the end of World War I. But either way, black women have always. That's the whole thing when they say feminism is because women want to work. Poor women have always worked of all races, Jewish, white, black. Poor women have always worked.
Yep.
So so black women really didn't have a horse in that race. All they were promised is we'll allow you to keep controlling your man. It is what it is. Know your ops.
Excuse me, sir. The black woman is God.
She
So I
is
got a
God.
question.
I'm not part of that religion, but she is God to some niggas. What's your
Yeah,
question?
God of
God of death,
destruction.
abortion, laziness, sloth, hypocrisy, insufferableness, if that's a word, obesity. Anyway, so what's the solution for heterosexual um men who was born in this foolishness like me?
Uh,
Or that's
I can tell
ridiculous.
you, if you're a black man, don't attach yourself to blackness. Don't let them shame you, ignore you. Let them live in their nigger culture alone, and you move on to bigger and better things. Black men that move on to bigger and better things don't have problems finding women. It's the black men that stay in a nigger culture that have problem finding women.
I like that. That's a great beginning. I'll add to that. Rebrand so you don't even be considered as black. So you don't even say you black on accident.
That's a
And
fact.
and tribe up, and then tribe up is basically like unionizing. So once you unionize with people who have the same lessons that you have, like we're all our own people, but you got to have a foundation, like so when people are moving outside of the foundation, right? Because right now it's Kali Ma, everybody doing this now will, right? One like I'd be like two tacos, another dude be like, you need $100,000, and then you got a James Harden paying bitches 50,000 for pussy. Like everybody doing what the fuck they want to do. It's no uniformity, right? You got to unionize. So you tribe up so you can unionize, and then the people that you're looking for, man or woman, Jew or Gentile, the people that you're looking for will find you, right? It's like the whole joke. Um if you want construction done or landscape and you get a Mexican, they seek out Mexicans because Mexicans have made that their brand, right? Because Mexicans is really just a bunch of drunks, but they rebranded themselves as hardworking fucking domesticators, right? Irish ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking drunks, but they rebranded themselves to police officers, right? Irish ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking criminals, but now they own the unions and they rebranded themselves to manufacturing and other shit, right? That require unions, right? They don't do the work, but they control the union. Like everybody rebrands. Black men never rebranded because they never wanted to be men. They just wanted to be black, and they kept letting women include women. And then I keep telling niggas quit including women, and you will have whatever you want in 7 years. Y'all been marching 70 years because nobody want to follow a 7 year plan. The fuck? You'll have everything you want in 7 years, but they won't leave black women behind and make them bitches chase you. Instead, they chase the bitch. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a fact. And I said that, right? I said, look, if you really pay attention, right? Everyone's allowed to evolve except for black people. If you take a look at it, everyone can do this different, do that different, learn something new, change certain things based on that. Black people ain't allowed to do that. As soon as black people start doing that, the white liberals start whispering in the woman's ear, and the black woman goes, "Yep, we got to go put them down."
Yeah, you're 100% right. Because I've not only have I seen it, I've lived through it. Where when people start to see you evolve, because even if you go out of your way to try to hide it, it's like they can. It's almost like they're like bloodhounds. They can almost smell it on you. They know when you're changing, so they'll go out of their way to sabotage you. So, what a lot of heterosexual men have to do, you have to find ways to isolate and insulate your resources and your economics. You got to find ways where they can't use these parasitic systems that are available to them to steal from you.
Yeah. Why
So
do you?
you got to get your 1099s right, your S corps. You
Not
know,
even just
Like,
that,
why do
bro.
you?
Right, but not even just that. You gotta plug your 1099 and your S corps and your sole proprietorships. You gotta plug into a big like that's what I built, bro. That's why I'm proud of myself. That's what I built, so everybody can do that and plug into what we do. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta pay tribal tribute, but you ain't gotta worry about none of that shit. You ain't gotta worry about it taking your kids. You ain't gotta worry about goddamn it motherfuckers using the system against you because the whole thing is a parallel system, right? If the system not working for you, they like I play football, right? I play football in high school and city league and in college, right? I play football. And when I say that, y'all know exactly what I mean. But if I was Mexican and I said I play football, y'all have a whole different image in y'all mind, right?
right.
Different game, different rules, different system, right? You got to change the system to work for you and integrate it in the corporatocracy of America. You can't keep playing somebody else's rules that's not working for you, and then you fighting the rules. That's what bitches say: fight for your kids, fight for your freedom, build some shit. Like you can't swim upstream and think you gonna go faster than the people swimming downstream because it's not your system. It's not your thing.
Right.
But black men, when I say shit like that, black men be like, "Oh, that's impossible." It's not impossible. You're just cowardly, and that's cool because I'll spin the block and make you a slave too, right?
But dirty folk, you got to remember something. Remember what I said earlier? They starting at a point where their mother told them you ain't shit because the white man holding you back.
I
Right.
understand that. Everybody need a send off nigga. Everybody can't be chief. Somebody gotta play with the pistols. All right, cool. Go ahead, shorty. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. Like I don't think that every man is a great man. I just don't dog men on my channel because y'all get dogged by everybody, and I didn't want that energy, right? But I know a lot of y'all ain't shit. I'm like I'm not blind to it, but I just don't talk about it, right?
No, no, no. I get it, right? But so the thing that I'm saying is, right? The reason why they don't understand your message is because from the beginning they've been told you ain't shit because the white man holding you back, and I'm the only one that can tell you how to be whatever little 1% of a man I want you to be.
I get that. I 100% get that. It doesn't even matter. Either you're gonna follow the man, you're gonna follow the logo, but you're gonna get down to lay down. It really don't matter to me how you feel, man. Feelings ain't shit. But I get you. I understand. I don't think that's why they don't do it. I mean, it is. I mean, black men are programmed not to trust black men. Meanwhile, black women take advantage of black men, white men, the fucking feds, the system, the Jews. They take advantage of everybody by they telling you you're not a man if you follow another man. Y'all believe that shit. Y'all don't even look
Uh,
at what they do. Y'all just let them.
I will push back on take advantage. Again, like I said earlier, they are good at being pawns, and because they're good at being pawns, they take the crumbs that come with being pawns, so it makes it look like they're good at doing something, when actually they're just good at being pawns.
They horrible
Like
at
they're not.
everything they do, bro. Horrible at every. I've never seen a black woman be good at anything, nigga.
No, they're just good. No, but they are good at being pawns.
I agree
That's
with
the
that.
one thing that they're good at. Because guess what? To be a pawn, there's no skill, there's no effort. You just have to be a mouth breathing person to be a pawn.
I agree. Let's pause right there. So black women are send offs for everybody, including black men. They'll put a cocaine, they'll put a kilo on their coochie and hop on a greyhound. So black women are send offs and they raise niggas as send offs. I'm cool with all that shit. I'm with you. Everybody ain't built to lead. Everybody ain't even built to know the leader. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that. What the only thing that matters is the system. Because the system lives after you die. The system matters, right? And plug and pop in the right people who keep the integrity of the system. Like the American system has been corrupted by the tiny hats, right? Because they need the anarchy because they want to bring down America. That's why we don't have no borders in Texas anymore. All type of bullshit. That's why girls are allowed to talk with clothes on. Y'all got niggas letting girls be priestesses and teachers. The Bible tell you don't let girls teach or preach, but y'all like, oh, all y'all teachers women, and now y'all preachers becoming women. The fuck? I ain't gonna no shit. But yeah, y'all going against natural law. Black men are the only people I know that go against natural law on a consistent basis. Even liberal white men don't go against natural law. They just got empathy because they got white guilt. But they don't go against natural law. Only black men go against natural law. It's
And
weird.
now you know why the conservative black man is number one, is enemy number one. Like there's no one more hated than a conservative black man first. They will let a Christian white man live before they let a conservative black man live.
Right.
Motherfuckers better pay attention to how the vitriol come from everyone towards conservative black men who actually have values.
I
And I
got a
don't mean
question.
Republican. I
What's
just
your,
mean conservative.
I respect that. What's your question, Zach?
Now, I'm gonna ask y'all what this means, but that kind of what he said reminds me of like, because if dudes, stop letting these black female toddlers talk with clothes on, then that's a lot of money. The Jews or whoever they're the pawns of, well, they'll lose a lot of money, right? But the Willie Lynch letter says use them for good economy. He said put women in charge and use them for good economy. That's two different things. What does he mean by? I know what he means by put women in charge. But what does he mean by use women for good economy?
Women don't have any intrinsic worth, right? Women don't have worth. Women have a price. When women say, I know my worth, everything they say they know their worth, it came with a price tag.
It comes with a
Everything.
price.
Women don't have worth. Worth is what you give a thing because of the value that it brings. Black women don't have a real value. They don't have a worth. Even their value of being the mother goddess and delivering kids doesn't matter because they're still your kids. They don't even have a worth of creating legacy. They have no worth. They have no value, right? They have very little value, like 90% of them. So when they say worth, they mean price. They give women money so women can spend the money. It's a net negative, really, right? So 70% of black women's jobs in general, but black women in particular, 70% of their jobs are jobs paid by taxpayers, right? Nurses, teachers, fucking psychiatrists, because they end up being school counselors. Most of their jobs are paid by taxpayers, and men pay most of the taxes, right? Because women don't pay taxes, right? Because they file head of household, then they got kids, that's another deduction, and all type of shit, right? Then they a woman, so they a double minority. They really don't pay taxes, and then they get money back at the end of the year on tax returns. So whatever little taxes they thought they paid, they make more than they paid in taxes at the end of the year. They're net negative, right? Women are a marketing ploy basically, right? They're really slaves. That's why Walmart doesn't hire full time employees, but you see a bunch of women on welfare there because they get paid to hire welfare women, right? They're really a net negative to society, right? They're slaves, right? But
Yeah,
they,
Walmart's actually the biggest welfare queen. They did the
yeah,
number. Walmart's actually the biggest welfare queen.
no question. No fucking question. You know what I'm saying? It's just slavery with extra steps. Section 8 is slavery with extra steps. Everything black women do is slavery with extra steps. Just so she can tell you she a better person than you because she got shit and you ain't got shit. So if she want to work, she says she got shit, but she got paid by the taxpayer. And if she ain't got shit, but you ain't got shit, she got a crib, Section 8, paid by taxpayers. Her whole fucking life is built on slavery. They don't care who
And you want
pays.
and you want to know what's ironic about that? Right? So let's say you have 4 children with a woman, she put you on child support, you going to work, you paying taxes and child support. You still paying for everything for that dumb bitch. That's the
Well,
weird part. You're still paying for everything for her.
man, shout out to my I was gonna say my wigger, but he not my wigger. We don't like that. He my cracker.
Fuck Chuck Black.
S-
When I see him, it's on site.
On site,
On
Chuck Black.
On
site,
site.
dude, bet,
That's crazy.
it is on
Get
site.
back.
Well, let me know first so I can get some jerk chicken and some popcorn. I want to see it, man. I want to be there.
But nah, listen, right? Think about it, yeah, right? Like you're a father, you got 3 kids, you working, whatever, you making whatever, and she on welfare. You paying for all of that. If you really think about it, it's just she sidestepped you.
I agree. But instead of calling it slavery, they call it Section 8. They call it welfare to work. They call it DEI. They call it all type of shit. It's the way you brand the slavery. I need to find a better name for slavery, but they still slaves. We gonna lock them down. It's not a problem. But what's going on, Chuck Black? How you feeling, baby?
You need to call them involuntary soldiers.
Involuntary soldiers is crazy.
Is wild.
Man, as y'all come in, click like as y'all come in, man. Help with the algorithm. You know they got me fucked up, man. And support the show.
Hey, baby. How much do you need?
Not much. Just enough for a new wig and a BBL.
Can dirty folks get some cash apps too, please, kind sir?
Guys
Get in here.
now, huh?
Get in here, Chuck. What's poppin', man? I called on you yesterday, man. I even called your phone, bro. I did the review about the white people, and you ain't slide up. I cried myself to sleep.
Dude, I didn't even see the phone call until after it was already done and over with.
Yeah, I cried myself to sleep. I was like, damn, this is a show I said we was gonna do together.
I wish I wish I would have fucking saw the phone call. I probably fucking nodded out. Be honest with you, waiting around for you to get a hold of me.
I know, bro. I told somebody this. I said I was gonna do it at 2 in the afternoon. I ended up doing that at 9 at night. You was probably doing something else.
Yeah, believe it or not, every now and again I do sleep at night.
That's crazy. I didn't know white people slept.
Yeah, occasionally.
I thought y'all stayed up on.
Now that Snowman's here, I could go on my child support rent.
Go ahead.
Right.
Nobody know child support like Snowman. No child support. He a Pookie.
Oh, dude, I can tell you all the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, like don't give these motherfuckers any paperwork. Let them try to subpoena it, and as soon as they subpoena it, you file for fraud because administrative officers don't have subpoena power. That's a judicial power, right? That's number one. Number two, if you get a check, because they're always going to be men who are still going to fuck up and step into the bear trap. They're not going to have their children outside the country. So for the men that are still going to get caught up and have the kids here in America, when the woman goes out on maternity leave, you file for custody and put her on child support. She's unemployed. They can't give an unemployed parent primary custody.
Ooh, I never thought about that. That's a good chess move. That's like a castle right there.
Yo, that is wow.
You know what, man? I'm gonna circumvent all that shit, man. We just give a default custody. I just already figured out how to file our own birth certificates and everything, bro. I've been working on this shit for a minute. I'm not gonna let these bitches have a slug. Let's find out how much you love your kids when you can't get custody. I have very rarely, if ever, seen a woman keep in contact with her kid when the daddy got custody.
Yeah, if
Well,
she can't get money for the children, she'll automatically distance herself. She won't even be involved.
When it's
They
the
have
man, they be like, "Fight for your kids." When it's the woman,
well,
you know, yeah, bitch.
Well, to
Right.
what
well,
Face Fact was saying about child support, though, if by some chance they do send a sheriff out to actually subpoena you properly, like they're supposed to, because that's how you're supposed to be subpoenaed to court, is a sheriff supposed to deliver you papers and subpoena you. When you do go and sit in front of them and they decide to make you sign that contract, make sure that they're aware that if they make you sign it under duress, that you will be hiring a lawyer and filing criminal charges against them immediately following. And also request a jury trial, because the Seventh Amendment guarantees that anything that has a cash value of $20 or more, the person is entitled to a trial by jury.
That's crazy. It's just $20. That's crazy.
$20.
That's
and you
crazy.
know what's crazy? He said under duress, because most men are under duress in those situations.
No, but that's how Dr. Dre's wife got her money. Talking about she filed the
Well, under duress is actually the legal definition. In any other circumstance, if you are forced to sign a contract saying that you owe or are going to take on a debt, it has to be a contract that is agreed upon by two willing partners. Under duress means that you are being forced to sign a contract with somebody, and being threatened to lose something such as your freedom or your driver's license or your professional license. That is the textbook definition of duress. And in any other circumstance, that actually makes that contract null and void.
That's real shit. Look at y'all, man.
right.
Y'all
And
doing
the,
the Lord's work.
the Dr. Dre thing, right? See, the media likes to sensationalize that shit because they want to make women think that they're getting something out of the deal. It wasn't that his contract or his prenup was void. What happened was it was cheaper for him to settle and just pay her what she was asking for, as opposed to keep playing the lawyers. That's the disingenuous thing that a lot of attorneys will tell you.
Right, because he had to pay his and her lawyer. He had to pay
Right.
both. Right.
Because
Also, remember the child support office is just a collection agency.
Collection agency, yeah.
They have no legal
right.
precedence over anything. That's why any paperwork they send you throw in the trash.
Right. And back to the Dr. Dre with this lawyer thing, right? What attorneys will do is not all, but most of the attorneys are the scumbags. They like to offer you a prenup, basically saying that the prenup will protect you. Prenup doesn't protect you. The only difference is if you get married without a prenup, the wife takes your money. If you get married with a prenup, then the lawyer takes your money, because they can contest the prenup. So now you got to go to court and pay an attorney to say why your prenup should hold up, but they can still fight it. So now you're paying this attorney all these billable hours. So you're basically making a decision: who do you want to steal your money, the wife or the attorney? You're just better off not getting married.
Well, in some circumstances, it depends on. I don't like the whole narrative of pushing people, especially young men, not to want to actually get married. Because not all people are the same.
Well, what's your definition of marriage? Because when I say marriage, I mean state marriage, where the state governs over your household, not necessarily you having a union.
Well, the state doesn't necessarily govern over your household until you involve them. Every divorce doesn't. Every divorce.
No, wait. That's not true. When you signed your marriage license, it got filed with the state. Like,
That was the state.
I get that, but that's just the state recognizing you as a civil union. That's not.
That doesn't even matter, because you can get married in Jamaica or in Cuba, and they'll still recognize it, and it's not enforced.
And you still have to sign paperwork with the state that you're in.
You know what a marriage license is? A marriage license is a civil union license for lazy
This
people.
is what I say about marriage. If you aren't wanting to have kids, then I don't recommend marriage. If you are wanting to have kids, then I do recommend marriage, because the only way you're going to have any legal rights to your children the day and second they come out of their mom's vagina is if you're married.
Shout out to vagina. I like vagina. I
Well,
wish it.
that's not entirely true.
It is true,
And
because you don't have legal rights to your children and in any other instance until the judge gives them to you.
right by default, but what you can do is, if as an unmarried father, you can file paperwork without necessarily getting married. You can file that
No,
paperwork.
you're still asking a judge to give you legal rights to your child. Well, being married actually grants you the rights as a parent, and being married also means that she can't just take your kid and run off with them without it being a kidnapping charge.
Right, but then all she has to do is, with the vow, all she has to do is file false domestic violence charges. There's
That,
there's there's,
that
there's, there's a million ways around that, because married men get their children taken from them all the time.
we could
So
what I'm dude, I'm just telling you the best way to protect yourself if you're wanting to have kids, and marriage does protect you if you have kids. As a man, you have more of a shot in court being married than you do being single when it comes to your
so
kid.
Chuck, Chuck. So let me ask you this, right? If you're married and you don't sign a birth certificate, you have rights. You have more rights to that kid.
Yeah, because I never signed any birth certificate paperwork. I was just automatically put on the birth certificate. I didn't sign shit.
Right, but that's also, it's all Rurouni Kenshin, where it's a reverse blade sword, because yes, being married does give you legal rights to those children. It also forces you to be responsible for children that aren't yours if she gets pregnant by another man.
And that's more what it is, because you're not signing the birth certificate means shit. I had a bitch put my name on the birth certificate and gave the baby my last name, and that wasn't even my fucking baby, and I knew it wasn't my baby. Motherfuckers just be doing shit. And I still don't give a fuck about the kid. Look,
Well, look, the thing is, though, I understand your argument. The question that I'm going to pose is: do we continue to advise young men to go out and actually act in the very capacity that's creating the type of toxic culture that we bitch and complain about, or do we try to get young men to find decent women to build a nuclear family with?
or option three, slavery. I'm down with slavery. So everything you're asking, bro, there's a system for that.
Now,
There's a lot.
I'm just saying we can't sit and complain about, rotten culture and the single motherhood culture if we're advising young men to go out and do the very thing that creates it.
I don't think we're asking young men to do that, because most young men don't even have kids. These
No,
girls
but
get
if they go out and they sleep around with multiple women, the chances of them getting someone pregnant actually start to increase. The more women you sleep with, the chances of getting one of them pregnant does start to increase dramatically.
well, that's on her. Look, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to sound cold hearted about it, but this is what I'm saying. At this very moment, men are damn near celibate. Is celibatizing a word? They celibate
It's not.
celibate to the point that the birth rate is lowering. Like, men really aren't knocking up these sleuths, bro. Like, it's 4% of men that knocked up 65% of black women. 4% of black men knocked up
Well, that's
65%
because,
of black.
that's because nobody wants to deal with hyenas, dude.
Right. Because they don't want to take them to hour five. Matter of fact, man, that's an hour five moment. They don't want to take them to hour
Hey,
five.
baby.
That ain't it.
Is it 4? I thought it was 8%.
It's 4% with a plus minus 2%. So it could be as little as two, but it's not as little as two. Or high as six. It's not it's not as many as you want. But you got an hour five.
Daddy, you spanked Mama.
You darn tootin' I did.
That means you love her.
That's what I've been trying to tell her.
I spanked the shit out of Mama this weekend.
I know, right? She looked that happy too, didn't she? When she got
She
spanked,
was
she was
happy as
smiling.
shit.
I know, right? They love abuse. I keep trying to tell guys they scared to beat their toddler though, but
So,
yeah.
so I agree.
What I'm proposing is that I'm saying the default custody should be for fathers, because they under the current system, they still default responsibility. So how can I be responsible for something that the state refuses, that the state acts and actively blocking me from having custody over?
Well, in order for that to happen, that would require for men to actually get up and try and advocate for policy change. And policy change ain't happening by us talking about it and complaining about it on the internet. I mean, for you know, it's just.
And I would also venture to say that here's the thing, right? That it's not just going to happen with white men and black men alone. Black men and white men together are going to have to stand up and say, "This is what we want
well, that's
for our
actually
country."
That's no, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Right, and that's exactly what I'm going about it, because I'm actually, me being on the internet is actually secondary.
It wasn't. I wasn't trying to.
No.
Throw shade at you or anything. Face facts.
No, I got it. No, I'm just saying, like, and I'm just putting it out there because I've actively been in back and forth, fighting for custody for almost 8 years now. Like, it's to the point when I walk into the courtroom, they know me. Like, the court officers, like some of the other attorneys or the judges that see me in the hallway, and they know me. Like,
aren't you getting tired of wasting money though?
Well, honestly, how could I say this? I've crossed the threshold where I've paid so much that I'm not paying anything. I'm on the downhill now as far as the money's concerned. So
it'd been cheaper to get a kill, bro. You could have got a kill for a box Chevy, B. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know, but it's one of them situations where even if you didn't do it, you still did it. So it's not really worth it. And what I did was, I'm technically not spending my money. What I did was, I had a system in play where when we were still together, again, even though I paid all the bills, I still made her contribute, which I encourage most men to do. So what I did basically with her contribution, I put that money into an interest-bearing account and never touched it. So I basically used her money to build up my defense case because I knew it was only a matter of time before the bullshit came. But what happened was, again, you got to put up a lot of money up front to go to court because lawyers take retainers. And
yeah, the average is money up front. The average is $5,000 to $20,000 for a retainer for a custody case.
Yeah, not in New York. It's more than that. It's probably closer to 30.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because New York. Listen, here's the thing, right? Here's the reason why he's still in court. New York is a baby mother state.
Yeah,
of them are. So is
they all about baby mothers. They don't want to hear nothing about no father. That's a baby mother state all the way.
Outside the Commonwealth states, most of them baby mama states, like Virginia.
Ohio won't even charge a mother with contempt of court if she violates court orders.
That's crazy.
Right.
I mean, most states don't hold them in contempt.
They're not gonna jail them.
But every time I lost my license because I wasn't working, that was a contempt of court. I was being charged with.
Right.
Because I couldn't
what
work.
State were you in when you lost your license?
Ohio.
Well, if you were in Ohio, I can't. Don't quote me on it, but I don't remember exactly which state. But if you're not like in a place like New York where they deal with tri-state areas, what you can do a lot of times is you can go to the next state over and change your license into that state before you go to court.
Yeah,
that
actually, I threatened to sue the child support office and everybody in there, and specifically my caseworker and their lawyer. And you know what? Magically, they let the hold on my license go. And then I went and got my license in Indiana. And now that I have an Indiana license, they do not have the authority to be able to suspend my Indiana license.
Glory be to God. Glory be.
See, and these are the type of conversations we need to have because, we've already suffered through this bullshit from not knowing. And as we speak, there's a lot of men going through this shit for the first time. So
the biggest thing is to just not engage with them at all until a sheriff shows up at your house giving you papers.
I want to get back to the original topic though, because y'all gonna take this about some baby mama shit. Look, and a couple of you guys got here late. Do you guys agree that
it's all connected to failure?
Well, yeah. I mean, girls set you up for failure every day, B. But do you genuinely think that there are people who like, yo, I'm gonna be a failure, and everybody around me gonna be a failure? Like, I don't want to see any good happening. You know what I mean? Not my kids, not my family. Like, I
I
think.
think only women do that. Not men for the most part aren't trying to make everyone fail.
I
Well,
mean,
No,
with the
males.
exception of baby boomers, I agree with you.
no, I don't
I don't
think.
know.
Right, here's the thing.
There's a lot of well, we call them Zoomers. They're Gen Z people who act just like they're Gen Z and millennials that act just like boomers.
That should be
They're
crazy.
and again, like Snowman is right. I don't think any man wants to see anyone fail, but there are a lot of males that are mixed
I agree
the
with
in
that.
the man population.
Well, so here's the problem, right? Is that who defines failure? There's plenty of failures that don't think that they're failing.
No, 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 no. Failures know they're failing, bro.
Uh,
People,
I
100.
there's a lot of women who want to be the victim and the victor. I give you that. But if you're a competitor, you know when you fail, right? Failure starts where the lesson stops. Like you didn't get the
but the
lesson.
key word you just said is if you're a competitor, right? Okay, so let's say this, right? Let's talk about a second, third generation father ran off, mother been on Section 8. These people don't know that they're failures.
They know they failures. They just think everybody else a failure.
Yeah, they do. They know they're failures, but they've been taught that they're getting over on the government, so they don't. It doesn't matter that they're failing as long as they're getting one over on the government.
Or told that they
Right.
supposed to fail because their whole whatever tribe, trailer park, color crayon is
Well,
supposed to be
the thing
failure.
is, dirty, is they don't even realize that the mere fact that that they think they're getting one over on the government is a failure in and of itself. The government's literally dictating everything they do. They are modern day slaves being told how they're going to
Slavery,
live.
I'm telling you, people want to be
But that's
slaves. They
why I
think
say they don't know that they're failures. That's
No,
why
but
I say that. I don't think they
but
recognize that they're failures. They think that there's a win
You know what?
in
You're
all
right.
of
You
this.
I will concede to that point. You are right, Black Thought. They think that they're one up in the government because you got the baby mama who's getting the welfare while she's got her baby daddy out on the street slinging dope or whatever it is he's doing, and getting free housing and all that shit. You're right, and they don't even realize that they're in modern day shackles, being told how much money they're going to get, where they're going to spend the money, where they're going to live, what kind of environment they're going to live in. Everything about them is
And
dictated by the government,
and think about it though. These things are literally marketed to them as a win.
yeah.
It's all been marketed as a win.
Mm-hmm.
right. Well, I think it's more. Would you agree that it's probably on a spectrum where it's a combination of a little bit of delusion,
Yeah,
a little
I
bit
would
of
say
a
that,
little
bro.
bit of acceptance because the failure apex, right? It intersects with your inability to accomplish what you want to get done. So at that point you're forced to recognize your failure, whatever it may be. Now, the denial of that failure is a coping mechanism. Just because they have the power to be delusional and use a coping mechanism to mask their failure doesn't mean that they don't know that they're failing. And I think that's what Snowman's point was. Yeah, like
All
you're
right.
right.
What?
Like, hmm?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
like again, they know that they're failing, but they're able to again live in delusion with the coping mechanism, and that's what the government offers them, where they pretend like they're getting a win, but that's all bullshit. It's a coping mechanism. That's why a lot of people have drug habits. They consume alcohol and you know alcohol level poison in amounts because it's all coping mechanisms, and they primarily learn that shit especially when they're raised by women. That's why
Listen,
pharmaceuticals are at an all-time high. Like, it's a lot of shit that's going on.
we're gonna have to agree to disagree because I believe that these people do not believe it's a failure. Because if you're coming from a culture of failure where everyone around you's doing it, you're third generation of this, you don't view that as a failure.
Here's
I'm
the
sorry,
thing.
and
Wait,
that
no, no,
goes
no, no,
from
no,
the
no.
trailer parks to the projects.
Wait,
You
here's
don't
okay.
view that as a failure.
Okay, let me read
Can I say
retour that.
something too?
Go ahead, young man.
Is that what they're trying to do with that? With that, you don't own nothing and be happy, trying to like
To a
normalize,
certain to a certain
what you
extent,
just said.
the commies always they want everybody to feel together. But that closer to my point. Okay, so cool. So nobody, no black person that you've ever met knows more about banking than me, right? I know everything there is about banking because I had to outsmart the banks. That was my hustle, right? I had to be able to go to your job and tell you what your job is so you can give me this cashier's check while thinking it belonged to me, right? When I told people like, yo, you know what? I found the connect. They're trying to sell me a bank for 500, right? It's like, man, nah, not 550. 50 plus some other shit. So it's gonna come like that. Nah, was it 50 or 500? I gotta look at the paper. Anyway, but I'm like, yo, it's dirt cheap. Like banks 5 M's in America, nigga. Like they gonna give for 500, nigga. Let's ante your feet the pack. They like, oh, you don't know nothing about banking. I'm like, bro, everybody that work at a bank has a GED. Your teller, the motherfucking loan officer, everybody got a GED. You think you had to be smart to run a bank? Oh, black people can't run a bank. That is a collective cultural failure.
Well, they got to be able to count in order to run a bank.
It was dudes telling me it's too though. That's what blew my mind. I mean, I expect girls not to, but the girls work at the bank. They know how to count the register. They can count other people's money. They just can't count their money. This motherfucker stole my lighter. All right, my bad.
Yeah, all of that shit. It's Stockholm syndrome. Like they just identify with the failure to the point where they lie to themselves that they're not failing.
I grant
But
you that.
but
But
that
but
but and again, just because they choose to live in that delusional state doesn't mean that they don't still recognize the failure.
goddamn
Because
right, Tony. Hold on, I gotta give him what he will. I ain't got the clip. I'm the real clip. You right, bro. That's racist. That shit was racist, bro. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
right? Because I don't care what your circumstances are. Everyone is aware of their limitations. You know when you can't do something. Like a broke motherfucker knows he can't go to the Mercedes dealership and drive off the lot with a fucking S class. Like he might be able to tell himself that he can, or he might go there thinking that he's gonna get the S, but he's really now he's leaving out in the C,
With the E.
telling you that it's not that much of a difference. No, it's a big ass difference. So because he's able to lie to himself doesn't mean that he knows that he's not a failure. Just because you refuse to accept it, it doesn't mean that you're unaware of the reality.
I mean, I just I get it, right? Like I get what you're saying, and I think the Mercedes Benz thing might have been like a stretch to prove the point. I get the point you were making, right? But like again, right? The people that's driving off with the E class, do they really think they're a failure because they made it to the Mercedes dealership? Right. So they may have went to the dealership in hopes of driving off with the S, but they're like, yo, I made it to the dealership. I'm winning.
Pull up with the E,
Well,
with the goggles.
failure is subjective anyhow.
Yes.
No, 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 no. Failure is subjective in your life, right? Like you can feel like you're a success because not you personally. I'm saying a person can feel like they're a success because they bought a home and they got a wife. And they think that, man, I have the American dream, 2.5 kids, a house, and a wife. And then somebody else will have greater aspirations that will supersede what their aspirations were just to find a girl that liked them and have shelter. And they're like, oh, you can't do that. You'll never make it. You shoot your eye out, kid. Like, you know what I mean? So at that
Right.
point, at that point, they're projecting their failures upon somebody else, even though they may seem successful. They're really not. Boomers, boomers lived in a time where you can get a house for like 2 sticks of gum. You know what I'm saying? And you can find a single mom in the alley, wash her off, and bring in a house. And then they feel like after they fucked up everything, like yo, if you don't have no wife and no crib, but you raised the girls that we can't marry, like you did this shit. And then like, oh, you ain't got what I got. Like, bro, I'm doing good though. I got a couple of dollars. We got hot whips. We taking trips. Oh, but you ain't got no house and no wife. Like, nigga, I don't want that shit. I want to do something else. I want to see the. I want to own a rocket. Oh, you'll never own a rocket. I'm like, yo, Bezos got a rocket. He's selling it for like 17.5 used. Oh, you can never get a used rocket. Like crazy shit, bro. The limitations that people put on others.
Give me a
Yes,
few days,
they
I can
do.
find you a used rocket.
You say what?
So just give me a few days, I can probably find you a used rocket.
Bro, I found a new helicopter, so I'm pretty sure I can find a used rocket.
Yeah, but it's true, right? Like people do project their failures on you, and they put it, and they put it all on you.
Well, that's because people don't want to see failure for what it really is, and it's actually a lesson learned.
Right.
Well, also, right? I'll say this. I think that it's also the people that mostly tell you can't do it are the people closest to you. It's never the people outside that tell you can't do it.
People that want to see you in the same boat they are, because misery loves company.
Yep.
I, I ain't even on the keyboard, bro. If I had my soundboard up, I would have gave you an applause. That's absolutely true. It's always the people closest to you. Always. But that's because the people closest to you are the people you didn't choose to be around. So
That's a
by
fact.
by default, nah, you didn't choose your family. Somebody fucked and then you just showed up.
No, I chose my family because the family I was given, I got rid of.
I You made my point, but yeah,
Right, but
cockslicker.
you could move into an apartment complex and have haters around you and have people that are doing shit.
But you don't fuck with them. If they not your type of, I got somebody that moved on my block. I tried to have one conversation with him one day. And I was talking about how I was, because people knew me. I was like, man, I was riding around with the weight man. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga pissed me off because he made me count 81,000 in fives and ones. I was like, nigga, you ain't got no money machine. I was like, then after goddamn man, we counted like 1,000 pounds or whatever. Like, yo, give me a pound so I can ride out. And he's got some bullshit, and I took the pound anyway. So the first thing came out their mouth was, man, that nigga like that, I would have robbed the connect. And I just like, word. And I chilled for another 2 or 3 minutes so I wouldn't look funny. And I just walked off and I ain't never talked to him again. Because I'm like, why would you rob the connect? Who kills the golden goose, my nigga?
A hater, or for you to become a hater, you'd have to recognize your own failure. So now because you recognize your failure, you want to pull the other person down into the failure with you.
Well, no. Here's the rob the connect thing. The rob the connect thing is I'm gonna be the connect if I rob the connect. What they don't understand is you're not dealing with the person who's connecting the connect.
Right, but if they had the ability to be the connect, they wouldn't need to rob the connect. They could set up their own connect, but they don't have the ability to do it.
Right.
Agreed, but they're not thinking that way when they're thinking about robbing the connect, right? Let's think about it, right? The guy that shoots the guy that's going to be the next football star. You're not going to be the next football star. You're not going to get the contract he's going to get. You're just a hater.
So is being a professional hater a sign of being a failure, of acknowledging you're a failure?
Yeah, I think being a hater is acknowledging your failure.
I think subconsciously.
But again, and here's my thing, right? And that's why I said I think it's a spectrum, because I can agree. I can see what the point that he's making is. Yes, are there some people that are failures and don't recognize it? Yes, but there I'd say it's about 60-40. I'd say maybe about 40% of people that are failures don't recognize it, whether willfully or unwillingly. But a large portion of people that are failures, they know that they're failures.
I think they recognize it. They just don't want to admit it.
Right. But again, you got to account for plus minus because there's no absolutes in anything. You probably do have a section of the population that are failures, and they don't even have the mental capacity to process it that they are.
Right, but you got to think, a lot of these folks that we're talking about think that you can just think something into existence and manifest it by sheer thought.
You can't have thought. You gotta have rocks, bro. Chakra rocks, yoni rock. You need a rock. You can't not thoughts, man. You need a rock.
No, the biggest scam is you have to pray for it.
With a rock, you can't forget the rock. Rocks are very important. I don't know what kind of rock you need, but you need a rock.
Right, but that sounds like prayer from a female context, because if you know anything about scripture, they tell you that faith is dead without works. So you have to put in work in order for your faith to manifest anything.
I agree, but I'm 100%.
Again, right? I didn't go into it. All I said was the biggest fraud that they gave you was pray for it. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you, and all I said was you got to have rocks while you pray, or it's not a black prayer. That's all I said. I'm agreeing with you. You just got to have rocks.
But again, like I said earlier, you prove.
Is it really a prayer if you're praying to white Jesus?
It's prayer from it is if you're on your knees, because now it's a female contact. Why are you on your knees? Shouldn't you stand and get the work?
If you pray to white Jesus, you're praying to the white man. You're not even praying to Jesus.
That's my point.
Shit, that's the Arab's point too. Every time I talk, I know his name ain't John, but he calls himself John. Every time I go to the store and I holler at John, he be like, every time black people pray to Jesus, because he Pakistani. He be like, every time black people pray to Jesus, they really praying to the white man.
Right. How many days did Jesus walk the desert, allegedly?
40?
He got whiter with every step, sir.
I think it was 30 or 40 days.
30 or 40?
There's no way you're going to have me believe that a white man walked in the desert for 30 days. Like, ain't that much eucalyptus on the planet.
Sir, did you not hear me? He got whiter with every step.
In the sun, he ain't even get a
Every
tan.
step you take.
Shout out to him. He ain't even get a tan, man. He ran through the desert without a
Every
tan.
move you make.
That's how you know he a boss.
But here's my real question, right? Why wasn't that listed as one of his miracles?
You'll get whiter
he walked
than
on water, turn water to wine, but they don't list a white man walking through the desert with no sunscreen as a miracle.
That's light work, bro. It's white people right now on bikes riding through Iraq right now, going through the mountains. They getting deleted, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. They doing it. White people do crazy shit.
I don't know. Listen, right? I think, right, and this is where I get in trouble. I think I think a large percentage of that stuff in the Bible is good Mother Goose stories.
I think it's that too, but it's a diary. Everybody's related in that book. It's a diary, and I don't begrudge that. But that's my problem with the shirtless forest dudes. Like, why do you want to join somebody else's family, bro? Like, that's crazy. But what do I know? They don't know. How do you know what happened 2,000 years ago, but you don't know who your biological father is? That should be blowing me, bro. So motherfucking hard. But what do I know, right? Either case or whatever case.
Those shirtless dudes, they just on a quest to find a way for matriarchy to work, and it doesn't.
No, let's keep it a buck. They're just on a quest for revenge.
They don't want revenge because they don't do shit.
Yeah, they do. That's exactly what they want. They want revenge for something that they have no understanding of.
I don't think they want revenge, bro, because they don't really do any actions. I think they want a hug. You should hug them, man.
You talking about the shirtless pro-blacks?
Yeah.
No, really, they don't want revenge. They want pussy. They want to fuck single mothers behind a tree. That's what they really want.
And they do want a hug.
Well, everybody needs a hug.
Me.
You say what?
before you get on the shirtless pro blacks, you got to get on the, Sweet Home Alabama, Cousin Lovers.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem. Let's talk about them bitches too.
Yeah,
Sweet
listen,
home
Aunt Mom
Alabama.
and Uncle Dad is blasphemy.
First of all,
Sleeping
bro,
with your mom isn't a good thing to do.
I don't know, bro. If you got an Uncle Dad, though, just think of all the money you saved on T-shirts on Father's Day, bro.
I bet you don't save near as much as you save by switching to Geico.
That's crazy.
I mean, but here's the thing, don't you? Don't you want to keep the blood pure? Come on now.
I mean, like when kings and queens in Europe do it, nobody says
Sure, if you
anything.
want all your kids as fucking, if you want all the babies you have to be big ass fucking blockheaded morons.
Nah, man. When royalty does it, nobody say a thing, and all the motherfuckers catch cerebral palsy and have lockjaw, all type of
And
shit.
they all have big ass square blockheads.
Yeah, but as soon as a motherfucker from West Virginia sleep with their daughter niece, then it's a problem. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, because usually that creates a whole new fucking race of crazy that we haven't yet dealt with.
Okay, but
poor people inbreeding is different than rich people inbreeding.
But if that didn't happen, would we have Popeye as a cartoon? Come on, man.
Probably not.
See, you see.
Nah, I don't think Popeye was inbred. I think he had a stroke.
No, but he was sleep. Remember, every time he dipped off, the inbreds was trying to give him that cooter.
Africa ain't even pure anymore. That's a fallacy.
Well, that's because he had a stroke, and they thought he was one of them.
Yeah, what happened to his eye? His chin was all big. Yeah, you're right. He probably did have a stroke. Now I think about it.
He had pink eye, is what it was.
He probably had scurvy. He was a sailor.
That's what happens when you brothers like to eat ass. You end up with pink eye.
Wow, that was racist. To this day, I don't know anybody that eats ass. I keep hearing people talk about it, but I've never yet met an ass eater. Maybe
Because the ass eater doesn't talk about it.
Maybe I'm not in that age.
And they don't eat ass out in public in front of everyone else.
Listen, I'm not gonna let you slander my people with this ass eating stuff, because every time somebody gets caught, in the Scooby-Doo peanut butter lover, we know who it is.
Sir, no, you're wrong. It is not white people that have a culture called prison gay.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about pet love. I'm talking about pet smart with
And I'm talking about prison gay.
Black people don't have a culture called prison gay. There's some black women made up so they can suck gay prison dick and multitask because they like fags and inmates.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right. And the reason why black
You know what? I
women
hear
go
a
out
bunch
to
of code.
inmates is because they know they're not
if I got to accept the fucking ratchetries about my culture, so do you.
No, I'm just saying prison gay. I'm not saying that people don't get fucked in prison. I'm saying prison gay is not a thing. That's some black women just keep saying.
Right. If they're gay in prison, they were gay before they went to prison.
Like you said, black women, felons, and gays, right? I mean, they so like that would actually make complete sense.
Right, but you got
that's why Black History Month is 3 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Right. The reason why we say that's completely different, and it's not our culture, because the free thinking straight black man is an entirely different species.
Yeah, the fact that black women only think that what they say all the good men are gay, dead, or in jail, so you can't mess with the dead dudes. Cause she probably got them killed, by the way, so it's cool. And then she left with gays and jailbirds, and they love. Look, the amount of black women I personally know, who say they want to sleep with a gay dude and turn them back straight is amazing to me. Amazing. See, they love that shit.
Yeah, bro, and that's why they say all the good men are in jail.
I just want to point out that all these chocolate gods and goddesses created everything mankind uses except for gay.
Now
and white supremacy.
No, they definitely created. They definitely created white supremacy.
White supremacy came from the black woman.
They definitely. I got to co-sign that. White supremacy is all black girl magic.
But I'm just telling you, right? They denounced the gays and the white supremacy, but like they accept everything else.
Everything else, yeah.
They do not denounce no black men.
But hold on. But they
go ahead.
Hold on. But they pushed the gays and they pushed white supremacy. Amazing.
Nigga. Beta. I ain't got beta. Beta would be hilarious. I don't want beta though.
Right? That's ironic. They created everything except for white supremacy and gays, but yet they promote white supremacy and gays.
That is amazing.
Yep. Don't talk shit about my gay son, but if you don't want anything to do with me, you're gay.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it's wild.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, these bitches crazy. Look, all I'm saying is that most of the derogatory things that you hear about black men came from
Black women.
black women and their Jewish overlords.
I've literally listened to black women say it. Seriously, you don't hear white people or white women sitting and talking the shit to black women talk about black men. But yet but yet they say they ally for black men, that they're always there helping black men. Fuck ever. You motherfuckers are trying to fucking kill your black men. You're driving them fucking crazy. It's like one big fucking circle jerk that never ends.
I wish a bitch would. So I'm here for you. I got you. Bitch, please.
That's the greatest psyop. Here's the thing, though, right? The "I'm here for you, I got you" comes back to who are they there for and who do they got?
Themselves.
Nope. Nope.
Big Daddy government.
Nope. Yeah. The gays and the felons.
The gays and the felons.
You gotta keep somebody close to stab them in the back. So that's why they say they got your back.
Well, that's what their daughters and sons are for.
Yeah, but the thing, right? Listen, who do they march for? Do you see them march for the banker that the street dog killed? No, they march for the street dog when he get locked up.
I feel like privileged that you put me in the same category as black women in tiny hats. I did not believe I would have never.
Who put you in that category? You always been my trailer park cracker. Who put you in the same? I would never put you in with the gays, bro. You are a pookie at best. You are not a gay. I would not be.
I just like having that much power bestowed upon me.
The power of a gay? You can't have that much
power of black women in tiny hats, dude. Those are the overlords of the world.
Well, we know we can't put you in that category because if that was the case, you wouldn't be here.
He said the black women and the tiny hats. I'll take it, right?
For real, dude. That's real power right there.
Yeah, man.
We need to stop calling them. We need to stop calling them tiny hats and start calling them sheet goblins. If you know, you know.
Sheet goblins is crazy. I will call them the golden calves from now on. The golden calves. You keep saying it. Let me ask you a question, Tony. Real quick, put in the chat. You say we don't have allies. Who have you tried to ally with? Because you keep trying to ally with the black women, and you have no allies. You try to ally with the black women. Then you'll try to ally with the Africans. But the only thing worse than American black women are African black women. They're horrible people. And Nigerians, they just horrible.
You try to ally with pro-blacks and then ADOS and then
who the fuck are you allying with? Like you're not allying with men. You keep allying with the women, gays, and felons and foreigners. But foreigners don't give a fuck.
Hold on. The reason why they think we have no allies is because they never tried to ally with the people that's been here with them for the last 400 years. They're trying to ally with everyone else that's telling them, right? They're trying to ally with all these foreigners, right? They're trying to ally with the people that's telling them, oh, you'll forever be oppressed and you're not an American. That's their allies. Notice, all of their allies are people that tell them they are not a part of the place that they are from.
All the time, bro. A bunch of black bitches who blame all their treachery on white supremacy. Yeah, I heard y'all say that shit. The white man turned our women against us. No, they didn't. These bitches been broke bad. Can't nobody make your girl break bad if they your girl. These motherfuckers been broke bad. You always trying to blame white people for horrible black women. That's crazy.
Right, but here's the rub. It's not that white people turn them against us. They just monetized the fact that they were going to do the shit.
Yeah, because they've been watching black women go against since slavery, nigga.
Right.
Jim Crow especially.
Right.
Black women. Bro, nobody wants to talk about how black women destroyed the black Reformation. Nobody want to talk about how Ida B. Wells and fucking Sojourner Truth and fucking Madam C.J. Walker was trying to literally undercut black men while black men were coming from 0 to 1. Do you know how hard it is to multiply anything by 0 and get 1? and they were legitimately creating clubs to undercut black men. These bitches have never been your friend ever in their fucking life, nigga. I don't even think the Klan liked me, but they like me more than my sister would.
Was the Klan even a thing before integration?
Yes, the Klan became a thing around during the Black Reformation, because so many black people were becoming governors and senators, and they was like, yo, black people coming up too quick.
Okay.
Under the Republican Party, and then the
Under the
Democrats said, "Nah, we can't
man,
have none of that."
Well, we all know the Democrats are the Klan, but
Excuse me, sir. That's your ally.
I know the Democrats, bro. Matter of fact, what color dress you want, bro? What's your favorite color?
Nigga said, "What color dress
Purple.
you want?"
yeah, I am not LeBronica, okay?
I'm just saying, bro. I'm gonna get a taupe blouse so I can look like Prince.
Your favorite color is vagina.
What pink? I hope it's pink. I hope pink vagina.
Whatever. I mean,
Cause that bitch Sexy Red says her pussy pink, her booty hole brown, and her coochie, in fact, was not pink.
Yeah, when black women ask me what my favorite color is, I tell them white women.
they already know what color it is if they're asking you.
Yo, wait a
My
minute.
favorite color is white women.
Wait. I call foul. This almost a pause. If you like hot dogs, you're eating booty holes. Wait, no.
No, you're not. If you like hot dogs, you're sucking big fat cocks.
Whoa to both of you. Just whoa to both of you.
Hell no. To the no. Yeah.
Your mouth has just become a wiener pit.
Pause to that too. Pause
Yeah,
to that
like,
too.
come on. Who hasn't eaten a hot dog before? But I'm saying I can't eat them anymore.
Yeah.
If
I
you
don't
say you
eat
never
hot
ate a
dogs
hot
without
dog,
cutting them up into small
you
pieces. Now
a
first,
bold-faced liar.
I don't feel comfortable eating hot dogs. I feel like I'm being violated.
Yeah, but you had one. You had one before.
Yeah,
I hear a bunch of toxic
until
masculinity.
I had one until I realized what they were suggesting that I do. I mean, think about it. It's the gayest situation ever. You take this 6-inch long phallus, wrap it in buns, and stick it in your mouth.
I mean, I used to always eat mine with a knife and a fork, but that's besides the point.
Y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping.
I mean, you do have the option to cut it, with a knife and a fork like a steak, but hey.
I mean, Christ, they even call them wieners for crying out loud. Take a wiener, put it in a bun, stick it in your mouth.
Well, hold on. To be fair, the small ones are called wieners.
The big ones are called a Polish.
I'll never forget that scene on Howard Stern's Private Parts when Jenna Jameson deep-throated that 13-inch long kielbasa. That was the most amazing thing I ever witnessed in my life.
Jenna Jameson did Go Behavior.
Yeah, you just said Howard Stern. That's the most Gen X thing I've heard all week.
Yeah, Private Parts was like the biggest fucking movie of our generation, man.
Oh, that's crazy. It was a movie. I never saw it, but you're right. Now that you said it, that was a movie.
Yeah, one of the scenes in the movie is she called in and he had her take her speakers because she had those bookshelf speakers and lay it sideways and straddle the fucking big ass subwoofer in it while he goes boom in the mic.
Man, fuck Howard Stern. I'm sorry.
Howard Stern was great until he became.
No, he was.
That's what I said. He was great until he became not great.
Yeah, but now I just got to give him the whole go fuck off because he went too far.
Well, the thing is he's a legend in his own mind now. He was a lot better when he was fighting the censorship and trying to actually make a name for himself.
Yeah, he went on Sirius Radio though, and they didn't censor him. But you know what though? All of them got censored though, bro. That's what happened to I about to say Amos and Opie and Anthony.
Hey, but give it to Robin, man. She is the most reliable black woman I've ever met in my life.
Cause she with a white man. She wouldn't have been reliable if she was with
Dude,
Martell
Howard Stern is
Jordan.
far from a white man.
Howard Stern is a Jew boy.
Right. He's a tiny
Again, he is
asshole.
far from a white man.
Here's the thing, though, right? I will give Howard Stern credit for seeing it coming and went hard left to avoid being canceled. Because if there's anybody that is going to be canceled
It
and
would have been
past will
him.
get them, it was him. So
Oh,
I
dude,
do
he
give
took
him
so
credit.
much shit.
Yeah, I do give him credit for being like, oh, yeah, I know what I did. I'm going all the way.
Right.
He saw how his ideology was going to start fucking hurting his wallet.
Right. We knew he was compromised when he started promoting the jab.
I didn't even
We
know
knew
that.
he was compromised well before that.
Bro, I have been watching Howard Stern for so long. I didn't even know he promoted the jab, but everybody did. They took down my man's. What's my
Yeah,
man?
Howard Stern told everybody that they need to fucking stop being pussies.
What was my guy who died from the jab from America's Funniest Home
Pick
Videos?
one. Pick one.
No, America's Funniest Home Videos. That
Pick
was my
one.
guy. Bro, it was only one America's Funniest Home Video.
Pick
You talking
one.
about Bob Saget?
Yeah,
Come
Bob
on,
Saget.
Bob.
He
Yeah,
didn't die
Bob.
from the jab. He died from molesting little kids. Somebody got him.
He died from the jab. He may have also touched small children, but he died from the jab.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, but that's the Hollywood standard. Like, here's my thing, right? When they start talking about these,
I think Bob Saget actually died from cancer, though.
You know what's so crazy about Bob Saget? If you switch the S to an F, then you would make Angry Snowman right. But we're not gonna do
Faggot.
that. No, we're not
Bob
gonna do that.
Saget.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
but you can say faggot
Trying to
on
stay
YouTube
money.
because faggot is a pile of twigs.
Y'all just don't want to see me get monetized. I hate you all. But hold on, man. In case anybody want to come up, man, I'm gonna drop the link one more time, bro.
Agus Bob.
I ain't gonna be. I probably got another half hour with me. Y'all can slide up.
Hey, I straight fell asleep on the other stream he was doing the other night.
Somebody a faggot on Instagram and then put the textbook definition in the comment and said that the faggot was a noun, which was a pile of twigs.
A fag is also a slang term for
Y'all just gonna keep y'all just fuck me. Y'all
no,
bastards.
fag is a slang term for cigarette.
Since when? 1968?
Since always, dude.
That's some white people shit. That's racist.
It does come from Europe.
If there's no cap on nigger, if you can say nigger and still get monetized, you should be able to say faggot and get monetized.
That's a fact.
Yeah, watch. I'm just not.
Say it again, face facts.
Y'all just fuck my channel. I hate both of y'all, bro. All y'all can suck dick.
Make sure you really hard R the hard R.
Y'all, both of y'all can suck dick. Y'all just doing motherfucker wrong. Look, let me tell you.
He put extra hard on that hard R. The hard R was a hard R.
Well, listen. Remember, there's three types, right? You got niggas with an A, you got niggers with ER, and then you have black people.
I don't give a fuck about neither one of them three. Yo, my CFO was a graduate assistant at Bob. Yo, how the fuck that happened? I don't even know how to. I don't know how to take that money making Mitch.
Your mama.
Maybe.
I guarantee it. She sounds like she was a lot like mine.
I mean, they all boomers. If there's anything I learned from my partially white friend, not you, Irishman. I'm talking about my other friend.
Dude, and see, that's why you're never going to find better white people. You don't appreciate the ones you have in your life, dick face.
I do appreciate, but I'm not a failure. I'm a winner, so I'm always striving for better crackers. You know what I'm saying? First, you start off with that free shit.
I'd be racist if I said some shit like that.
You can't get a better Tony guy.
You know, I'm always looking for a better blackie.
You can't find one though.
That doesn't sound the same.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about your life. I'm still gonna come. Matter of fact, find a better one so we can get VIP in more places. I don't give a fuck about your life.
Find me a better darkie. I'm getting rid of you, sir.
That's crazy. That's racist. I wouldn't get rid of you just because I found a better.
Yeah, you would.
I would not.
You've been trying to get rid of me since you've met me.
I ain't. Nah,
you know what, Snowman? I'm be honest with you, right? You know why black people are allowed to be racist and white people aren't?
Because white people are pussies.
No, see, you can say that, but I can't. No, it's not even that.
No, you can say that. No, white people
What
ain't gonna say
happens?
shit about it.
No. I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be 100% honest, and I'm gonna give away the secret. The secret is that typically when white people are racist, the racism is lazy. Like when black
Dude,
people
I'll be
call,
honest with you. I like having lazy racism.
see, but that's why it doesn't work for you.
That's
Because-
And I don't want I don't want the N-word to become a part of, everyday, vernacular for white people. I want it to have the same thing that it did 200 years ago. That way I can have lazy racism.
right, but here's the thing: if you came up with something that was derogatory but accurate,
Dude, we are creative, dude. That's for you guys. You guys are the
Now-
creative ones.
well,
Where do you
that's-
think
well,
where do you
that's-
think cauliflower colonizer came from? I didn't make that shit up. Some black girl did.
right, exactly. But that's why they can say shit like that on the internet. Because
I think it's great too, man. And I think it's great that all I got to do is drop that N bomb, and most of them will fold up like a fucking cheap $3 lawn chair for the next fucking week and a half.
It's not
What's
that
going-
easy to fold a
what's
cheap
going on,
lawn
man?
chair, though.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Mineral mention
Dude, why do you gotta attack the lawn chair?
That's my point. People always talk about it'll fold up like a cheap lawn chair. Have you met a cheap lawn chair? I'm sorry. This is not like the easiest task that I've had to do. It's not like a
Fair
walk in
enough.
the park.
Today's cheap lawn chairs aren't really all that ergonomically fucking correct.
Oh yeah. Have you met like an expensive lawn chair? Like they have the ones you just click a button on your phone, the thing like follows you to your car.
That sounds racist too. I don't know why. That sounds
Damn, where do you get that at? I can't even get any of my kids to follow me to the car.
Maybe they're not really your kids. You ever thought of that, Cracker?
Maybe you need to just shut your fucking dirty mouth.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't pull the hard R on him. Just
Not
that
yet,
was
man.
an
Not yet.
opportune
Not
time.
yet. Not yet. I'm saving it. That's like the fucking nuke being dropped. You know what I'm saying?
He called me.
And I wanted to stay a nuke being dropped.
No.
People like Angel are making that word not have no meaning anymore, and I don't like it.
You would be a nuker or nuka.
A nuka. Yes. A
But
nuka.
no, wait. This is what he does. He doesn't say the word. He has like 18 different clips saying the word though, so he don't have to say it. He even got one personalized for me.
I have a lot of clips of people saying that word, so I don't have to.
Like you trying to get through on the tech. Nah, I ain't. You ain't got me saying it. You got Mr. O calling me talking about nigga moments.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is Mr. O saying Ninja Moments brought to you by Dirty Folks.
Yeah, man. He trying
So
to
how
make
many
me
of those clips? So how many of those clips are of Angel?
None of them, because I'm not going to. I won't promote Angel's. Fucking downright stupid racism and bigotry because he does it just to be a jackass.
And all his clips are from black people though. That's crazy. He got a bunch of niggas saying nigga. It's crazy.
I mean, but Dirty, how far is that from reality?
I'm look, man. You listen to rap music. I'm cool with that. I'm just saying though. He said like I would never say that word. All his clips say that word.
I think it's bullshit, man. Because white people are the ones that came up with that word, and you guys took it from us, and that's bullshit.
Well, no, but like
I think we should get that word back.
Everything,
we should get that word back.
Being racist.
Hell no, you can't get shit back.
I don't know how you guys got away with fucking gentrifying a white word.
Bro, I promise to God, bro. Hold on, I got to shout out. I got to give a shout out. But before I do, man.
Hey, while you're at it, man, don't forget to, scan my QR code and hit my Cash App. I'm broke. I need some cigarette money.
To you. Man, shout out to Max for the Cash App, bro. You know what though? Cause at first it said Bob. I thought you was giving the money for Bob Saget, bro. But never mind, bro. Don't worry about me. I was reading too fast. Man, gratitude, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Man, I hope you enjoy the content. Yo, hold on. I gotta get my man's what I on. Where my other one at? I don't like StreamYard, bro. I ain't got all my clips in here, bro.
Well, that's because you're a lazy host.
I'm just gonna call me a lazy hoe. Why would I say you motherfucker?
I'm gonna drop a dime, quarter, a whole change purse, a Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm dropping all that shit. Don't give a fuck.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
Gratitude, bro. All right, go ahead. Say your hate speech.
Oh,
Anyone
That's
ever notice?
it's crazy. That was wild.
Anyone ever notice that the small hat on South Park always has a hat on?
a
I just
small
thought
hat.
about that looking at that clip.
The small hat had a
Right.
hat on.
Yo,
That's
Had a small hat
but
on
it's
a
always
small
like,
head.
you
yo,
talking about the Rocky and Bullwinkle one? That's crazy. I ain't even noticed. I thought he was Russian because his name like Maximoff in Natalia or Natalia or some shit. I thought they was Russian.
Hey, shout out
Yeah,
to
they are.
Mitchell
That's supposed to
for
be.
that $2 cash app for that fag money. I appreciate it, sir.
That's crazy. You a $2 hoe. That's crazy.
I'm
Two
just trying
dollar
to get. I'm just trying to get me a couple fags to smoke.
a $2 fag hoe at that. That's crazy.
I just appreciate being appreciated. Thank you, Snowman. Just appreciate the reciprocation.
Hey man, I try to make sure that all the people that throw me donations get recognized and know that I greatly appreciate it, even the smallest amount of monetary appreciation like that.
You know what just hit me? Snowman got all the gifs of him looking like he working, like he got a job that he got to go on like Zoom meetings and shit. That's your Zoom meeting shit.
Yeah, dude, have you noticed that I got a bunch of fucking loops of me, so I ain't got to do
Yeah,
no panels
it's
anymore?
like it don't even.
Dirty, you gotta make some.
I know, right? I was on a Zoom meeting earlier, right before I did this show, bro. I needed one.
Isn't that great though, man? I can. It looks like I'm there, and dude, I even got a couple that I'm going to put up where I'm moving my mouth. That way, I can click over to those when I start talking, and it looks like I'm moving my mouth, but it's really not me.
That is the like laziest yet kind of coolest shit. Praise the white man. Talk about black people lazy. White people find all type of ways to be lazy.
You
Praise the
said like
white man.
it's late, it's lazy, like racism, like racism.
Yeah, that's
And
what
dude, it's
slavery.
lazy like my racism. You're absolutely correct, sir.
White people so lazy they had to go to Africa to get workers. Even though I don't think they went to Africa to
I mean,
get them,
that's
but
what I
still.
appreciate about the racists of older. They worked harder than Snowman. I mean, like they just had like a better work ethic. I mean, not that Snowman's
Well,
not
that's
doing
the
a
only
good job
dude.
with his racism.
That was the only generational wealth my parents handed down to me was racism. So I gotta be lazy about it.
They didn't even give you no potatoes.
No, just
What type of-
racism.
That's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to potatoes. There was a drone video of this Russian guy that got attacked by a drone, and he had a sack of potatoes, and he throws a sack of potatoes at the drone, and he makes it out of this fucking like inferno of like bullshit with a sack of potatoes by throwing it at like the drone as like the bomb drops.
Shout out to
Oh,
that.
by the way, I had Coffee Nino all pissed off in a chat the other day,
Oh, is
saying
that
some
what
dumb.
is that what a dirty friends?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I be having.
He's a moron. All of Dirty's friends can't be fucking winners.
Wow. Hey,
But
narratives
they
and
don't. Some of
dialogues.
us
You
don't
might.
know that they're losing. You know, they don't
Wait.
even realize it.
Well, what
You got to
was
figure out the
funny is he
percentage.
sat there and tried saying, that your typical, white people fucking pulling white people shit to fucking hold him back, and then a few minutes later said that he was worth more than I was, and I was like, well, which one is it, dude? Because you can't be fucking oppressed and wealthy at the same time. You can't be a winner and a loser all at the same time. You got to pick one. This ain't how this works.
Yeah,
but
don't
it
tell black
is,
people.
man. That's what you don't realize. But it
I know.
is.
I know. Quit being a racist.
It is if you want to deal with that kind of mental gymnastics. I could have, dude. I bet his brain is on. His brain is probably running so hard it's turning into mashed potatoes as we speak.
Hey, Quappy, you cool with me, bro? I ain't say that shit. That's the cracker.
The cracker did say that. I 100% support and condone this message I'm sending. You're a douchebag.
Hey, man, there'll be no Quappy, need no slander, bro. Let that man be great.
Do they
No,
even still sell douchebags?
I'm allowed to slander him. He slanders me all the time. He can eat shit.
He ain't slander you over
He can
here.
eat shit and he can choke on a fucking big ass empty bag full of fucking black dicks, as far as I'm concerned.
He didn't slander you over
he was
here,
offered,
man.
like,
Don't
Bible.
no sucking black dicks over here. He cool over here.
Hey, a dick sucker is always going to be a dick sucker.
I agree with that, but they ain't sucking dick over here. Pause.
They may
No,
not be
Right.
sucking dick
And
over
why they
here.
got to be in a bag?
that's crazy.
Hey,
That
I,
is
I'm
racist.
just trying to make sure he's got all the dicks that he wants.
That
Motherfuckers
is
get a hefty bag full of them.
that's goddamn racist. God damn it.
A hefty bag full, huh? Not even a shopping bag. That's
No,
crazy.
I'm talking like a fucking 35-gallon fucking hefty bag full of them.
The
Oh, no, that's,
construction one, so nothing falls through.
Yeah, I hope he fucking chokes on the Great American Challenge, dude. You can find that
That's
at
an
your
expensive
local
bag,
fucking.
though. I hope.
I just don't like a motherfucker that runs his mouth all the time and tells bullshit lies about people.
I like you. You do the same shit.
I don't lie about you, sir.
You don't lie about me, but you be
Who do I
opening.
lie about? Tell me who I've lied about, Dirty.
I don't know. You the
Give me
white
one-
man.
give
You
me-
white. All white
give me-
men
give-
do is
give me-
lie and
give me
steal.
one lie that I've
Oh,
ever
that's
told you.
racist.
Probably everything you said. All white people do is lie and steal. Did you say that was racist? That was kind of
Dude,
racist.
that ain't racist. That's about as fucking ignorant as Jay Prince.
Oh shit.
The rapper.
But you did tell a lie. You said you don't say the N word when you listen to rap music in your car when no one's around.
I generally don't, to be honest with you. I only say the N word when a black person pisses me off and says racist shit at me.
Hey, Snowman, how was that panel earlier?
Oh, dude, it was horrible.
Because I got like 3 or 4 minutes in, and I was like, yeah, I can't. This is not going to work for me.
It was too racist.
No,
It
it was me and Jay Prince on there. Dude, it was fucking horrible. I mean, it got derailed.
Oh, that's
you notice I didn't say hardly shit that for the whole fucking 5 hours I was up there.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. I probably only listened to like 5 minutes, and I was like, yeah, this is just not going to work for me.
Well, that's because Jay Prince is a fucking moron.
Okay, agreed. I mean, there's 2 people that won't be on the panel. There's actually more than 2, but what's about 3? It's Jay Prince, fucking Daryl Long, and even though even though I kind of like him as a person on the stream, he get on my nerves. What's his name? Podcast.
Beans. I knew that's
Beans.
what you was gonna say.
Beans. Yeah. Like and I like if I met him in real life, I probably like Beans. But
Beans is actually an all right dude. I mean,
yeah, I just don't like him on podcasts. But like if he in Chicago, like I catch him at the hot dog stand. Pause. I chop it up with him.
The problem with Jay Prince is he flip flops. He don't know if he wants to be. He doesn't know if he wants to be RP or Derek Jackson. Like he bounces back and forth.
Yeah, that motherfucker don't stand on shit. I mean, I literally called him up, fucking contradicted himself fucking 4 times during the debate, the discussion today. I mean, he kept bouncing back and forth according to what the majority of the fucking panel said. It's fucking disingenuous as fuck, man. And to have me up there talking about being a stay-at-home dad with someone like him is there was no discussion. It was just a bunch of fucking bullshit. It really kind of pissed me off.
Y'all think?
Go ahead, bro.
Y'all think that his flip flopping is the problem?
No, he just dumb as fuck.
No, I think the fact that his mom fucking gave birth to him is the problem. The motherfucker should have. Dude, Jay Prince is the poster child for abortion.
Now you're the poster child for black people can have Down syndrome too. Yo, SGT, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Define loser. Somebody that's happy with broke, or somebody that's rich but is an asshole and everybody hates him.
Coffee Needle's the prime example of why his person's dad should swap or a person's
quit shooting at the man. Quit shooting at him.
I will shoot wherever the fuck I want, sir.
Well, I'm not gonna call Shaq a loser, but the way that you're defining winning and losing, so I just like it.
I think I think the way that he's defining it is perfectly correct.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep it in context. The way that you're defining it, it's cool. Like I got a cousin. All he wants in the world is a crazy fat bitch. That's all he wants. A crazy fat bitch, and he happy. You know what I'm saying?
I know a brother, and all he wants is some boxing chicken wings. That's his life. But I thought there's more things.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm talking about you, Dirty. I'm talking.
You're not talking about me. But what's wrong with chicken wings? Chicken wings are delicious.
No, I was talking about you specifically.
You want to talk about me? Talking about boxing chicken
No, I was
wings?
talking about you.
You ain't even mention tacos. I know you want to talk about me.
That's because you replaced Taco Tuesday with Chicken Wing Wednesday.
That's racist.
It's not racist. It's just an observation.
I don't pick a day to eat chicken. I eat chicken on any day. Anyway, I ain't thinking about this Cracker Barrel. Look, I think that you have a workable definition of loser. Like people could debate it, but based on the context, I mean,
Loser. Look
I-
up Jay Prince and Coffee Nino. That's the definition of loser.
nah, but that's a whole different type of loser. With Jay Prince especially, that's a whole different type of loser. That is a failure type of loser.
I bet Jay Prince's afterbirth had a higher IQ than he did.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Somebody gonna clip you and they gonna blame me.
I hope they do clip me. Clip away.
The problem with Jay Prince is
Everything.
he wants, well, yes, but he wants to be who he is. Like he's proud of being who he is, and he thinks that, again, right? This is the guy who, just like Amanda Seals, right? The only difference is that he didn't get it from Colombia. He got it from the streets.
Okay, but here's the thing: you're absolutely wrong. It's absolutely opposite of what you just said.
Shout out to Mitchell for that another $1.79 for pain and suffering payment for having to deal with dumbass black people.
That's crazy. You cheating on me? That's crazy, Mineral Mitch. Anyway, look, this is where you're
I
absolutely.
appreciate you, sir. You are amazing.
This is where you're absolutely. I can't even give you a shout out because you're supporting the white man. He's oppressed us, and no, it's fine.
He's giving me your reparations. How you feel about that, Dirty?
I don't feel no type of way about it because you white trash. So it's our reparations. We in this together.
Oh, this is bullshit, man.
Anyway,
how you going to fucking sit here and colonize my racism?
That's crazy. Look. This
is just lump sum welfare.
Look, this is what I'm saying about why you're wrong.
What was that?
He said reparations is lump sum welfare, and I can go with that. Look, wait, I just want to just real quick. Everything you said about Jay Prince is the opposite. Jay Prince hates himself. He just wants people to accept the fact. It's like an ugly bitch that want to say you body shaming because she ugly and fat. That's what Jay Prince is.
Yeah, Jay Prince is the equivalent of a moped.
You know what Jay Prince looks like? You'll play.
He looks like a goddamn silverback gorilla with fucking AIDS and fucking Down syndrome.
That's not he looks like. You'll play Final Fight.
Final Fight? No.
Yeah, he looks like one. He looks like one of the first character that you got to fight. Like I forgot what his fucking name is, but he looks just like this motherfucker.
What, Glass Joe? Wait, on what? I got the wrong game.
Hold on. Let's get through this. Why does he hate himself? Because I think he's one of those proud to be that type of black.
Bro, I had a minute.
He doesn't hate himself.
He doesn't hate himself.
He does hate himself. Let me tell you why.
He hates himself and he uses comedy to
right.
Let
me show you something. He hates the fact that he can't read. That's why he says anybody who graduated from high school is a loser.
He hates the fact that he can't stay to testosterone right.
He hates the fact that he can only get the most bottom barrel bum bitches to the point that they're so horrible that he gets sole custody of his kids. You know how fucking horrible them bitches have to be? And then he'll say shit like,
he hates the fact that he's got to ask people on YouTube to pay his rent for him. That way he don't lose his house and his kids end up homeless and his rent's only $25 a month.
That too. But I've heard.
Are you trying to say that he got custody because when the women try to get child support, they accused him of bestiality? You ain't shit.
That's crazy. I
mean, if that's where you want to go with it, I'm not going to say no.
Look, I've heard the man say he would never want his daughter to be with a man like him. If that ain't self-hate, I had a whole clip about it. I had to delete it to get monetized, but I had a whole show about that bum ass nigga. Like, the man hates it. Look, the motherfucker comes through with a Jerry curl bag and a goddamn what you call it, a bonnet on. Look, you know where you coming, motherfucker, and he does it. He ain't even got a Jerry curl. What the fuck you got a Jerry curl bag? Like, the shit that he does is just ignorant, fat black bitch shit.
Where else is he supposed to put all of his little fucking battery operated butthole toys?
He moves like a fat black bitch. Everything about him is like an unattractive fat black bitch. He does the exact same shit Lizzo does. I love myself, and then as soon as you say something about him, he cries, just like Lizzo.
Well, you didn't just co-sign everything I just said then.
That's wild.
So does he recognize his own failure and just lie to himself about it?
Absolutely, dude. He knows
No,
he's a worthless piece of shit.
no, he don't lie to himself. He lie to the YouTubery. He don't lie to himself. He know he ain't shit. He lie to the YouTubery.
He's trying to monetize his ain't shitness, and he's doing a pretty good job of it, actually, because people are stupid.
Are you on Twitter or X, Snowman?
I am.
Are you monetized? Are you trying to get something out of it?
I'm not monetized on Twitter or anything.
Because I think it could be worth it depending on what kind of engagement you can
Well,
get.
I stream all the live streams that I do and that Dirty and I do together. I also live stream on Twitter as well. That's where I get most of my views, other than other than YouTube, is Twitter.
And I think they would even promote you a little bit more with the thing. I know a bunch of people that are pretty mediocre that say it's worth it, and I think you're better than you're above average.
So you're not even a saltine. You one of them club crackers. You done upgraded. You a better cracker. You a club cracker. Shout out to you, sir.
I didn't switch teams. Snowman's ice was apparently colder.
Snowman ain't got no goddamn
No,
ice.
it isn't that my ice is colder. My ice is honest, and I keep it real.
What the fuck is this honest ice? A popsicle? What the fuck
this honest ice is mud.
It's dirty ice.
It's mud.
That was racist. Coming from you too, Mitch. I thought you was my homie. Thought you was my ace. That was racist.
Dude, he just serenaded you with one of the shittiest rap songs written. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that? I thought you was my homie. I thought you was my ace. Now I want to slap the taste out your mouth.
You know, rap lyrics is cultural appropriation, so that's not even racist though.
And of
That's
all the
just
songs to serenade you with, it was that one.
I got to look that one up.
Here's a better one. You used to be my dog. You was in my left titty. I'm tired, so I don't remember the rest of that Jadakiss verse.
He wrote that for Diddy, but Diddy didn't want it.
that was gay. That wasn't even racist. That's gay.
I'm starting to think Diddy wrote the movie Brokeback Mountain.
Right,
it's gay. It's gaysist.
It's gaysist. Yeah, that was gaysist.
You can't
It's
put
gay
that gay
supremacy.
stuff on black people because white people have been gay since Rome.
Hey, black people invented everything, including being racist and being homosexual.
No,
That's
sir.
racist.
Those things did not exist from black people. The one thing they did create, though, is racism. They gave birth to the white supremacy and the first races. I blame that shit on Keisha.
They kicked out the whites. That's why the whites had to go. Somewhere else.
Keisha admits that she birthed the world, so she's responsible by her own volition for birthing white supremacy.
I totally agree with that because she thought she wanted to. She liked raw hot dogs. She didn't want cooked hot dogs anymore. She wanted hot
Black
dogs.
women, you just keep black women in.
Shout out to the Woman King.
Shout out to the Woman King. Shout out to the Hawaiian.
Shout out
chick.
to Prince Ella, the queer maker.
Shout out to all of them. All the Hawaiian chicks that caught gonorrhea fucking with them sailors. Shout out to the Native
If
American.
gonorrhea wasn't such a horrible disease, it'd make a hell of a name for a kid.
What?
No, just no.
It's got a nice ring to it.
It's a terrible name. It's a great middle name.
No,
got a nice ring
Yes, I'll
to
give
it.
you that.
Even,
like Charleston gonorrhea, whatever.
I thought we was having an actual conversation too. So they did some other shit. These motherfuckers is
Dude, I've been doing nothing but derailing conversations all night.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be a hood
Dude,
rat.
after what happened on Risky, look, I went from there to SKC's channel and trolled the fuck out of what's his name? Fucking Stanley. I screen grabbed his avatar that he uses, and I went up as the real Stan Shady.
Y'all crazy, man.
And then what happened was 4 more other Stanleys showed up
The
with
fuck?
that same avatar.
I thought this shit said 11 o'clock. It say 1 o'clock. Yo, I'm about to shut this down, man.
And dude, we all trolled the shit out of him. He was so mad.
I'm about to troll your ass. I'm about to shut this down. It's 1 in the morning. I thought this shit said 11:10. It say 1:10 a.m.
Dude, that says 2:10. You're in Chicago. It's 2:10.
It's 1:10. I know what the fuck a clock look like, white man. I
It's
know numbers.
2:10 though.
You in Indiana?
Same
You
time
in
I
Indiana?
am.
No, I'm not Indiana. Y'all don't
Indiana's
understand.
the same time as Illinois.
No, y'all don't change y'all
no, it's
time.
not.
Nah, y'all depend on the month.
Don't fucking tell him that
Y'all
shit.
don't respect the solar. So y'all just don't.
Dude,
y'all
you
don't go
you
back or
respect,
forward.
You don't respect authority.
I am authority. Shut the fuck up. Look, anyway.
No, Oprah's authority. You better respect that bitch.
Oh my God.
That's why you've never made it. You ain't giving her
Man.
the proper respect she's due.
Man, but I got a trick for you.
Fuck Oprah. Anyway, I'm taking my
One of
boo.
the few African Americans you will ever find attending a KKK rally. More than attending, he is welcome.
I got more respect for that black man than I do you white niggers out there.